folks, one and all. Welcome back to another episode of Fully Immersed. This is a themed entertainment podcast. I am your host, Lane Calder, back again with Spencer Bennett and Tobias Lerman Matante. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Stop doing
Does it every time. This week is, I know, right? It's like sent a shiver down my spine. Today we're talking about something that Toby actually really wanted to talk about. And something that is pretty concurrent, especially with new parks and lands opening up all the time now, it feels like, and new rides being announced, especially by Disney recently, new parks and everything. So I think that this is a very interesting topic to discuss right now in this era of themed entertainment, especially on a theme park level, but also with certain smaller exhibits as we recover from, pandemic type exhibits like immersive arts and things like that, where we had a lot of traveling, not really 4D, but immersive exhibits that were really screen heavy, things like that, where you could fit a lot of people in there, etc. Like, you don't see too many of those still traveling around today. So things like that, where are we building for a trend and hoping that it stays popular as long as possible? Or are we building for something in terms of longevity that we're hoping lasts a very long time so that we can capitalize as much on the profit as possible? Again, this was Toby's main idea. We're really excited to talk about it. So I'm going to let you do the jumping off, dude. Take it away.
Yeah. So this actually came from a buddy of mine who's also in the industry. Shout out to Mike. He was just at Epic Universe, and I was, being a little nosy bitch, and I was like, hey, like, I was like, what is it? Like, how is it? And the one thing that kept coming up was like, so and so ride makes Rise of the Resistance look old, and in the moment, it was like, I'm like, that's not possible. Like, and then I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, wait a second. Yeah, like, every time I go on Rise, the gimmick kind of wears off a little more on me. And,
Okay.
I mean, I still love that thing. It's amazing, but I'm thinking like, what is that going to look like 5 years down the line when there are more technically advanced rides out there or experiences out there? Is it still going to be what it was, or is it really just a gimmicky ride? And what's that longevity look like? And you can say that about any tech.
Sure.
And we could talk about it later. Like, I'm sure people thought that about Spider-Man or Indiana Jones, but like, I don't know. There's something so weird about this one where it's like, it is so reliant on the gimmick in a lot of ways. And I'm like, is this going to happen? And as we're entering this like theme park war era now, almost like a new theme park war era of who can build the most immersive, the biggest, the craziest, what happens to the rides once they get one-upped?
Okay.
Um,
Sure.
Do they have the staying power of a Haunted Mansion or a Pirates? Fuck it, an E.T. Thank you, Spielberg.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, it just kind of came from that, and I just started thinking, I'm like, yeah, so many of these rides feel very of the times, and
Yeah.
I don't know what the shelf life is going to be on them. And I don't know if things are being built just to one up the other one and be like, I'm the top dog in this industry, or if it's being built with like, hey, this is something we plan on keeping for 30 plus years, etc. Which is what, usually a ride or any kind of attraction of that scale and that budget's lifeline is like. And I mean, we for a while, I think it seemed like big immersive experiences or big record breaking things were untouchable. And then, all of a sudden on a coaster front, King Dakar's gone,
Yeah,
That's wild.
And in my head, I'm like,
it
that
just
thing's
blew up.
Yeah, no, I was like,
Fell apart,
that's,
bro.
I'm like, I'm gonna have so much time to get on that thing. I never got on because it's,
Yeah.
it's King Dakar. It's like one of it's the fastest, tallest, whatever. And then boom, there you go, gone. So I'm just like, right now, maybe it matters when you're trying to compete for immediate attention, but a theme park and an experience is so much more than that. So what happens, when the other guy one ups you, and what happens
Yeah.
to that, $200 million attraction you built? Um, Does it suddenly fall into irrelevance? Does it get scrapped? Does it get reskinned? Especially as, we love to hate on IP, or I do. Um, in the IP heavy era we're in, like, what is the longevity of these things? And is it real? Are we just building for novelty? Like, are we just building to compete and be like, we have the coolest brand, and this property that's hot right now? Okay, what happens in 10 years?
Yeah, I mean, I
Huh.
to start smaller, but get to where you're kind of referencing. I think, like we thought, you kind of hit on a little bit, Lane, and you did, Toby. Like kind of in 2021, 2020, late 2020, when some of the heavy lockdown stuff was starting to get lifted, there was this kind of boom of these immersive shows, and we talked about that in the first
Yeah.
episode with kind of trying to define the word. And the three of us have worked extensively on those kinds of things,
Yeah.
which is really was cashing in on these, theme park quality level projection or projectors that became consumer grade and people had access to, and it
Right.
really, trickled down into like the almost the carnival world, so to speak. They were used in interesting ways by museums and whatnot, but like also by people that are just touring around some junk, with a IP attached or a derivative of an IP attached, like dinosaur blank
Yeah.
or like Egypt blank, which is, aping off of the King Tut exhibit from the 90s, 2000s, which was, or maybe even earlier than that. I don't know the exact dates, but like that exhibit, blew the doors off of what a
Right.
museum exhibit could be with all the artifacts and whatnot. And how many King Tuts have there been since then? That seems to be an
A lot.
everlasting
Yeah.
brand for this world. But yeah, I think it's, yeah, to say, to case in point, like I think when people get a property or they have an idea or whatever, or a new piece of tech that they can bond to it, that's sort of what happens. What's hot at the moment, like the projector shows were hot then, and I think the last couple years of the Disney parks, the trackless ride vehicle was a really big evolution. And then it was, now there's three in Walt Disney World, if not four. There's Mickey, there's Rise of the Resistance, there's Ratatouille. And I remember, kind of to touch on Rise, when I first wrote it, it was like everything about it was obviously awe-inspiring. But the ride vehicle was like, it reminded me of Mickey and Minnie, because I believe I experienced Mickey and Minnie first. Um, and so
Okay. Yeah.
it was interesting of like, there was a certain level of familiarity to it. And I think with taking Epic Universe, for example, like Ministry of Magic, Toby, you're more excited for that than Monsters Unchained. Three of us are huge horror hounds, but you're just more excited for that because it's a brand new system. It's not
Yeah.
like, obviously Monsters Unchained, I'm beyond stoked for, but like it is a Kuka arm. And I
Yeah.
know what that is. I know what that's going to generally feel like. Like, and I get that there's staples of the attraction world, drop tower, roller coaster, dark ride,
Sure.
whatever. But I think when people do something clever, it stands the test of time.
Sure.
Spider-Man is something we talk about all the time, and how many clones of that Universal did. And Transformers kind of sucks, and there's really no reason it should. Like, if you think about it from, like, if you were to take a step back, it is very similar to Spider-Man, like
Yeah.
pretty much the same, but something about it doesn't connect. And I think with Spider-Man, it's like the really clever use of practical effects and the way that the ride vehicle moves with the swinging. Like, there's a tying in with the story that's not
Yeah.
just, we can make another one of these vehicles. We have Transformers. Let's figure it out. There's like kind of an
Yeah.
organic idea. Like, it was built for Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Right. That
these
was like the
immersive projectors were built for these nighttime spectaculars at theme parks, and then they became blah 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 immersive. I made the reference of
yeah.
Prince immersive in our first episode in Chicago that I saw, and it's like, who asked for that?
Yeah.
Like, combined with fireworks and music and this whole spectacle, it's amazing. When it's just in a room, it's a different
Yeah.
thing altogether. So I don't
And
know. It's
it's
really about if it organically works. I think, is it more or less of a gimmick than like an
right.
actual long-term creative idea.
I think it's interesting how like it never, I don't know. I don't feel like it's necessarily bad that those concepts get repeated over time in different ways. Like, obviously, especially when you're on a theme park level, like designing an entire new ride system
Dude,
costs
how
so
how
much
Oh my
money.
many
Like,
gosh.
how many rides
how
are there
many
that are,
yeah,
what's it
that
called?
are
Omni movers? Like,
Yeah, for
they're
sure.
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, exactly. And because that was like, they designed that, we've spent so much money and time and effort and materials designing this, what, we might as well get a lot of bang for our buck. And it's interesting how, so I totally get that, especially from a business and cost standpoint,
For
but
sure.
I also feel like it's interesting that sometimes that first example of that feels more like a proof of concept, and then sometimes
Mm.
it's legitimately the best version of it.
Yeah.
Like writing I rode Transformers long before I ever went to Orlando and rode
Yeah, same
Spider-Man.
here.
Yeah.
And that was like, "Oh, this is the prime version of this ride vehicle
Yeah, isn't that a
is
trip? Like all
Spider-Man."
three of
Isn't
us
that
did that.
wild?
Yeah, and we rode
Yeah.
Spider-Man after Transformers. It was like, oh,
Like
I get
you
it
had
now.
new technology as well. Like, I mean, not like brand new because most of it's the same, but like that one came out more recently, so you would expect it to be somewhat further in evolution, I guess, but it
Yeah,
really
Hey,
doesn't feel that way. But then you have other rides like Indiana Jones and Dinosaur.
dinosaur.
I was
Yeah,
about to
Yeah,
say Indiana
like
Jones and Dinosaur. Like
yeah, like
Dinosaur came after Indy.
yeah.
I believe so. And Dinosaur, isn't it gone now, or
I think it
is it
Or
is.
this
still
Or
is it
no,
year,
still
I
alive?
think it's getting
It
axed this year.
it's dying.
they
Yeah,
closed like the rest of Dinoland. I'm fairly sure, but the rides
Yeah,
seem to
yeah.
but
maybe still
but it's crazy.
operating.
It's the same layout too. It's
Yeah,
the
no,
Right,
same
it's
that's
the
layout.
like
same ride.
the
Or
same
I'll give you
exact track.
the same exact one, and I'll give you another one. Uh, Radiator Springs Racers and Test Track.
Yeah,
Like Radiator Springs Racers to me is like, oh, this is way better than that earlier one in Test Track.
yeah, that's interesting though. Test track came first.
Yeah, and so I feel like that they found a solid IP that worked with
Hmm.
it, that they had ownership of, and they're like,
Yeah,
how could we even further this more? Is that the same layout too, or is it
no, but
slightly
No,
it's the
different?
totally
same
different.
tech.
So
Yeah.
like
It's the
that
slot
one
car.
there,
Yeah,
but that one they're like, let's modify our layout to fit this better. And from what we've learned doing the first one, like Radiator Springs Racers feels like an evolution of that ride.
yeah. They've
Uh,
never been able to really knock test track out of the park. I mean, what are we on the fourth version, the third or fourth
Third
revision of the
version.
track? Yeah, like
yeah,
they can't seem to stick the landing with any of them. And I mean, I liked both of them I've experienced, but yeah, it's odd.
yeah, and it's sometimes, especially with the reskins in the last, especially in the last like decade, it feels like there's been a lot more of them, but maybe we're
Hmm.
just more conscious of it. Uh, I mean, you've got Splash Mountain changing to
I mean, log
Tiana's
flumes. How many parks have a log flume? You
yeah,
know?
and that
So
was like
many.
it became one of those like early staple ride systems, right? Of like the log flume is pretty original, just like the Coney Island Cyclone and the Big Dip, the Huge Dipper out in California, and
Santa
all
Cruz.
like it's all
Yeah,
like pretty much the same type of it's the same rickety ride on a pier.
Yeah.
And like it is interesting to see those even transcend providers, it. And so I don't know, it definitely feels like we're in a different sort of era where you're either gonna it almost feels like you either have to reskin something or design a completely new ride system to stay afloat.
well,
Like
to stay
it almost feels like there's
interesting.
no in between.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because some of them work, right? Like log flumes, roller coasters. Like there's obviously a million different types of roller
Right.
coasters, but there's like an inverted coaster in most coaster parks. Some of them have a flying coaster. There's gonna be a wooden coaster. Like there's
Sure.
Right.
a lot of these things have stood the test of time. I guess in the case of the bigger parks and like we kind of started talking about with Transformers and Spider-Man and the Rise of Resistance trackless ride. I think the difference to me maybe is that these ride systems were almost first and foremost like the focal
Mm.
point of said experience, said
Even in
attraction.
like marketing to a certain
Right.
extent.
It was
Yeah.
like this Rise of the Resistance is a trackless dark ride. It runs
Yeah.
on Wi-Fi. Like it was part of the presentation. It wasn't just like we're going to transport you to Star Wars. I remember they in the advertising they
Right.
were like very excited about this technology.
Really,
And they
really
did this.
excited that it runs on internet.
Yeah, like that was a big deal that it
It's
was
really big. I
doing
do
its own
remember that.
thing. And
Where
it's
it's like,
part of why it opened
what if
super
your
late.
router goes down?
No, that's part of why it opened super late was they had
Yeah.
connected problems. And so I think that only maybe works once
Yeah.
in the case of Spider-Man. And obviously Racers and Test Track is kind of the antithesis to what I've just said. But I don't know. I think maybe that's the reason
Yeah.
it feels old already compared to like I think monsters being a Kuka arm is not the selling point. The selling point is it's a universal monster story. You
Yeah.
know, like Harry Potter was very exciting because the Kuka arm was showed at a trade show. And for people that don't know, the Kuka arm is
Yeah.
a robotic arm on a track and
Yep.
it's moving around. It was shown at a trade show and both companies bid on it like crazy. Like it was the hottest piece
Yeah.
of technology, and Universal won it, and made Harry Potter. And so I think, I don't know. To me, that's like so in the back of my thoughts of how excited I am for Monsters Unchained. To
Yeah.
me, it's like no different than if it was a roller coaster. I'd be
To
like,
be
whatever.
totally honest, I completely forgot it was a Kuga arm until you
Right.
said that. Like
But like,
I honestly I remember us talking about it at some point of like
yeah.
months ago, but I completely forgot that. And when you said it earlier, I was like, oh yeah.
But
Like that's
I'm
not why I'm excited about it at
yeah,
all.
and I'm fairly confident in the Transformers marketing. They like made a point of it's the scoop vehicle. They like showed it
Yeah.
off. So I
Yeah.
think like maybe that's where that feeling comes from, because it is true, like Log Flume, Roller Coaster, Omnimover, like these things are Ghost Train, like these are ride types
Yeah.
that have been around for 100 years. That's an
Yeah.
exaggeration, but a long time.
A long time.
So why do
Yeah.
those never feel old?
I was gonna say you have the best example with Monsters Unchained. You brought it up. I mean, Forbidden Journey is already such a classic, right?
Yeah.
It's been around for
Yeah.
15 years, and I don't think it's gonna go away anytime soon.
No.
And then they made it better. Apparently, I can't say for sure. I haven't been on it, but they improved on the experience. So I mean, I guess if you know how to utilize it, it's
Yeah.
fine. I just maybe it in some cases becomes, hey, we have this existing system. We don't want to invest in something else.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just try to make a
Web
story that
slingers.
doesn't a ride that doesn't even a story that doesn't fit for the system. And
I didn't even think about Web Slingers, where they
I
took a
mean-
system that worked perfectly and over-teched it.
Web slingers as a system was, like you said, Spencer, interesting because they already had one in the exact same goddamn park that did it well. And to be honest, I was never fascinated with Midway Mania. Like it was a
No.
fun.
Me neither. It was like there,
It
and I
was-
would like skip it half the
yeah.
time.
Yeah, it was
not
like
at all.
It was like I don't know, like the Mario party game of that part. Like it was fun as like a thing to do with your friends as competition, but
That queue is so miserable, though.
it really is.
Oh my God,
so
yeah.
slow, and I have like patience to spare, but that queue does me in every time I
You're
would do
just
it.
outside too. There's nothing to look at.
Yeah.
It's such a there's like the Mr. Potato animatronic doesn't even work half the time.
Yeah, Florida
Yeah.
at least covered it and did something more with
Yeah,
it.
it's
but
fun. Sure.
yeah, but the California
Yeah.
queue is awful. But that's such a diatribe.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
But honestly, like, is the web slingers queue that much better?
No,
no, it
Like,
sucks.
it's not.
No. there's a Tom Holland Pepper's Ghost effect where he's like
Yeah.
talking in front of a background.
And I mean, yeah,
Shrug.
You know what the worst part is? I
Well,
still think the
think of
queue
it-
is better than the ride.
You know
Probably,
what?
yeah.
The
Yeah.
the queue of the original Spider-Man ride at Universal is better than the queue for web slingers for like 100%.
It's better than the ride for Web
It's,
Slingers.
it's just the queue of the other one.
Going
is
by
better
Peter
than the-
Parker's desk in the Daily Bugle is always exciting.
Yeah.
There it is.
And there's a model of the ride vehicle. It's so fun. You're like, oh,
Yeah,
there it
like
is.
there's-
Yeah, it's cute.
They're
Maybe
also
that-
they're feeding you the story in a very clever way as you're doing it.
Yeah.
And so like 90s cartoon style, and it had an identity, whereas web slingers obviously is just kind of like, oh hey, people really liked that Forbidden Journey had that Pepper's Ghost effect with the three of them in the classroom. Maybe we could do like sort of a thing like that.
It's also probably cheaper than it's cheaper than animatronic. I'll tell you.
Oh
that.
yeah, and they
Yeah.
rock and roller coaster with Aerosmith as well in the pre-show
Yeah,
there.
For
Do you
sure.
do you think like the implementation like of the scoop and the storytelling, like it's in the ride, it's in the queue, right? And they're like, this is the new
Yeah.
vehicle that takes
Yeah,
pictures.
but
You think there's something about that? I don't know.
no, because Transformers does that too. Remember,
You're
he's
right.
a Transformer.
Yeah.
He's
I mean,
evac.
oh
Evac.
god.
That's right.
Yeah, and then Rise, it's like the transport vehicle, and they have the little animatronic guy, which is cool. Like it totally is cool.
Yeah. Isn't
Um,
it all just a version of the pilot droid from Star Tours?
Sure, yeah. No,
Except that
no,
was an
it's not.
animatronic.
No, Rex is he's at the bar. This is like a little R2D2 head guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
The original Star Tours though. Wasn't
Yeah.
Rex wasn't he the captain?
Yeah, but he was like he looked like Wally almost.
Yeah, but they had an actual character there where it wasn't like a Pepper's Ghost or anything. It was just
Oh, that's true.
They
Now it's
had an
3PO.
actual animatronic.
But yeah, that's
it's,
true.
It puts you in more. It definitely sets you up. But then I don't know. Then you have a ride like Jurassic World out in Hollywood, and it's like the queue is terrible, and then the ride itself is amazing.
I mean,
So
that's just a boat, like that, but
It's a log flume, bro.
but it's a log flume, right? It's just a log flume.
it's a
I
mega
can't.
flume.
Yeah, it's
It's
a big
huge.
boy.
You
I
go
can't
up, then
put
you
my
go
finger
down
on
and
what the
splash.
issue is, though. And
I don't know.
I agree there is one. It feels like it, at least. I don't know.
I mean, you know what we could do is maybe we can just talk about some rides that have been open, and then
All
we
right,
go from
Toby.
there. And I'd be so curious to figure out like how long do you think it has, like realistically, and then what works and what
Oh,
doesn't.
like a newer ride.
Like, is it
Oh,
gonna
I'm talking new stuff. I'm talking post Potter.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
how
how
long are
long
these
is
gonna be
this ride
around?
going to last? Okay.
Because like
I'll play that game.
Soarin'.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, I mean, because there's other ones that have been around, but I'm really curious as to like post Potter, how long is it going to be around, and then like is once the gimmicks wear off, like what is the experience?
Yeah, I mean, they aren't built to last forever, right? Like they have to be, or else they're not going to make their money back because these things are so expensive to build.
Yeah.
They have to, like, whether they're bolstering an existing land or an entirely new land, like these are massive investments that they're, regardless if it's a gimmick or not, like the goal is to last that long.
Yeah.
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 And then you have like them double, or in like Harry Potter's case at Orlando, triple investing in the same IP of like this is going to be around for a long time,
Yeah.
and
Well,
like that.
J.K. Rowling is doing her damn best to make sure it isn't, but
to make it,
but like that's like an IP for them that they're very much like, we're going to keep doing this because we evidently keep doing it correctly, and they keep introducing new ride systems with it.
That's
which
true.
is what's interesting,
Yeah, even Gringotts is like kind of a newer,
kind of
feeling,
unique,
crazy.
It's a
shifts around and
yeah. I guess. Wait. So what was the first one? I guess let's just dive ride by ride. I guess Radiator Springs Racers was the big response, right? The first response.
Sure.
That was before Potter, wasn't it? It was 2006.
No, that was after. That was 2012. Potter
was it after?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm wrong.
Was it really?
Florida, I guess. Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, then that's going to be around forever. That's still incredibly popular.
Yeah,
it's unique
and an incredibly good ride.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I've ever been there when it's not operating.
Dude, yeah, that's the ride. That's like, but I mean, I think in that one the story is great. It's family friendly. It looks great. It's an anchor for an entire land. I mean, it is that thing.
Yes, and
it's the best ride in the park, and it has been since it opened.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you think Radiator Springs Racers outlives Rise? Rise or Radiator Springs Racers? Which would last longer?
Both going to be there for like minimum 30 more years.
I would think.
But which one shuts down first in 30 years?
Rise of the Resistance.
I think I'm gonna go with Spence. I'm gonna go with
Spence.
Because
I think it's too. It's such a headache already. Half the effects don't even work anymore. Like, I don't know if you know this, Lane. When you're on it, like the cannons don't move. There's like so much of it that has been B-moded already. So there's like elements of it that already are done. So
the cannons don't go back and forth anymore?
No.
Nah, they just sit there and go pew pew.
Yeah, they just have a lighting effect.
I know Kylo Ren pretty much never works, right?
He works.
There's a B mode often though, where it's a screen, isn't there?
I have, knock on wood, never had him not work, and I've listened to the letdown if he doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean that's the crescendo, right? That's the climax.
Yeah, but going back, we'll talk about Rise properly. Because I'm so curious about that one. That was the one that sparked this whole thing. So, but yeah, I don't think Radiator Spring. It's just so pretty, and it's just like at night you just walk through that area and you're like, damn, this is
truly immersive too.
Yeah,
like, you really
people go to California Adventure just for Radiator Springs Racers. I do not 100% think the same is true for Disneyland and Galaxy's Edge. I think it is often forgotten about.
Yeah,
by people that go. Personally,
well, and I told you, wasn't it the last episode when I was seeing how expensive a ticket was for that weekend, that it still says on their website Disneyland Resort like with Galaxy's Edge?
Yeah,
dude, they tried so hard.
They're trying to remind you that it's there.
I mean, it is like referred to internally as the forgotten part. Like it's the quiet part. Guests will call it the quiet part of the resort.
It is. It really is. I mean,
it's huge, and there's like not a lot of people.
Such a shame.
All right, so then let's move on. So we think that one So yeah, and we kind of figure out the why, right? Longevity, like it's just pretty. The story works. You don't have to
Yeah,
be
it's
a fan of the
executed incredibly
IP.
well. They anchored the
Yeah,
land to it. Yeah.
it's just like a charming, and if it's the California, I think yeah, that one's gonna
I mean,
survive,
it
and that
saved
one,
that park, right? It is
yeah,
Oh,
the
for
flagship of
sure.
that park. So that's not
Absolutely.
going anywhere as long as that park is not going anywhere, in
and
my
then
opinion.
what? Do you know if Pandora or Gringotts came first,
I
or I guess
That's a
Diagon?
great
I
question.
want to say Diagon Alley, but I
I
could be
think Pandora
wrong.
was
That
2014. I think Diagon was 2015. I think I could
Diagon
be wrong. It
Alley
could.
opened. When did Diagon Alley Universal opening date? I think Diagon Alley was first as well.
When did it
2014.
open?
Interesting.
2014.
2014.
When did
Okay, Pandora
Pandora
was
open?
2017.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
My time
I
is
was
off.
gonna say Pandora's not as old as you think it is, or not as old as you think it is.
Which is going to be a fun conversation
Yeah,
for that. Okay, so then we'll move on to Gringotts. I guess that was the next big response, right? It was like we're doing Gringotts, which is interesting. I have such a love-hate relationship with that ride.
yeah.
That one does do new tech, but
It
it
does,
fits
yeah.
the story enough, and like you can't get rid of Gringotts without getting rid of all of Diagon Alley.
That is basically what my argument would be. I don't necessarily think it'll be there forever, based on merit
Yeah.
and quality necessarily, more so than like they're not getting rid of Diagon Alley, and it is
I
like
Yeah.
think
the thing there.
I'll give credit where it's due. There, like that scene is basically a roller coaster. We could just make a roller coaster
Oh
out of
yeah, that
that,
was
which is
clever.
totally like, I mean, you could say the same thing about Disney, like, with the new Monsters Inc. coaster thing,
You're seeing a scene in
like
a movie
that.
going,
Yeah, that
yeah,
scene was always like the roller coaster scene as a child,
yeah,
and now they're like, we're gonna make
absolutely,
a roller coaster out of that.
Yeah, and
yeah,
it fits well. Like I always go on
Yeah.
Gringotts. I mean, and the tilt track was pretty. It wasn't the first time it was implemented because I think it existed before. But it was the first
yeah,
time in the U.S. I'm pretty sure, and then it was like it's a
Oh,
cool
really?
scene, man. Yeah,
It is
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
you fly out and you're like, whoa, what's gonna happen? And they have some cool effects where like you crash through screens to go to scenes, and there's
The
enough
troll guy moves you around.
there's
Like,
enough practical in that one where I don't
Oh,
think
what came?
it
That
goes.
reminded me, Spencer. What came first, Gringotts or King Kong 360 3D?
Oh, King Kong
in
360
King
3D
Fish
came first.
3D in
Because that was a
Hollywood,
similar
yeah,
sort of like, oh, he's moving me around, And
yeah.
honestly, Universal has always been kind of into that. I mean, didn't King Kong do the
Oh,
same thing?
yes, but it was a giant animatronic. I forgot about that fucking horrible ride system that they've used 3 times.
Fast
Yeah.
and
Fast and
Furious
Furious Supercharged,
Supercharged 4 times. 4 times.
Kong Skull Island, which is just a reskin of 360 3D with an animatronic at the end.
And Supercharged again because they built it as a
Supercharged,
ride. Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
That's great.
that's the
Well-
worst example.
Oh my god,
That's
that
pretty-
shit sucks.
And also
So,
Minion Mayhem
why-
and Jimmy Fallon. That system sucks too.
But also,
moving
why
theater.
recycle
Jimmy
them
Fallon is
on-
better than Minion May.
Minion Mayhem doesn't take a whole lot to beat.
It's a villain con.
Is what I will say.
Yeah. Oh god.
So why recycle them with IPs like that versus like Harry Potter? You being like, we're gonna do several new ride systems for this one IP.
I think it's
'Cause
Potter,
it's easy.
man. It's Potter. Potter, you
it's gonna
have
get
to.
attention anyway.
Not only that, you have to. I feel like
It's
that's
like-
become their thing.
It's their draw, right? People go for that. I'm hoping that changes with Epic and other things, but that resort, I mean, is like people go for Harry Potter.
There's a specific ticket for just like your Harry Potter specific experience. Did you see that?
Really?
Is there really?
Yeah, if you go on there, it's like if you go, I think if you select Epic plus Islands or something, or somewhere on the website, in that labyrinth of choices you have to make to get to where you're actually choosing your tickets.
Listen to our last episode.
Yeah, there's one page where it does ask you like advertises like a Harry Potter specific itinerary and stay and everything.
Oh, is it
That's
like
crazy.
a package?
Yeah. Kind of, which I mean, they were probably Disney was kind of doing the same thing with Star Wars for a while there, of like
Yeah,
your,
tried.
Oh, yeah.
your Star Wars
Star
specific
Cruiser.
experience.
Yeah. But it's I don't know. Like, how long do we think Gringotts is going to be around for? I think it's got some life in it.
As long as they have the rights. I mean, I think you're sooner to get, because it is the weakest of the product rides, in my opinion.
for sure.
Oh,
Not
by a
even
And
mile.
gone on
I
the-
find it
yeah.
it's so weird. Like I like it every time I'm on it and I get off. I'm like, that was great. I find it very forgettable though. I do not remember what happens in it.
Dude,
right
I
now.
remember
I remember like
the
a few
drop.
moments, but I don't
Yeah.
remember I remember the queue.
Well, it's open
remember the
during
queue.
horror
The
nights,
queue's
so
so
to be
good.
fair, I'm usually like 4 lacto coolers deep by the time we
Yeah.
ride that thing.
I-
So I
and
feel like I don't remember a whole lot.
and
of it.
and you're like, oh, the goblins are so sick. And then I don't remember what
Yeah.
happens after that. I guess there's a stairwell, right? And you get on it, and
Yeah, and then like
and-
you do the big scene, and then
yeah.
drop.
Is there
and
another?
then-
Is there another ride or queue where you get to get that close to a high ass quality
Skull
Velocicoaster.
Island.
animatronic?
Skull Island.
Skull-
Oh, yeah,
That's kinda-
Velocicoaster's better to me in that regard, though.
Dude, the
I
worm
forget
in
about
Skull
Skull
Island.
Island.
that's
kick
true.
Ass.
Oh, you're right. I was thinking of the lady. You're right. The worm
no,
is
that
cool.
worm is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Flight of Passage is a
Um,
good one too.
Yeah, that's true.
I have so many thoughts on that ride.
Yeah. I think that
yeah.
they're sooner to redo it, I guess is what I'm saying, than it go away.
Yeah, or
Sure.
update it or some. I mean, I'm
Add
sure
Add
we'll get like
animatronics or
updated.
something.
Or not
yeah.
even that, maybe just, like,
if
new
you
film,
reskin
a
it,
new
do
you
screen
can't, you-
film.
It's got to be Gringotts.
It has to be, right, because it's the land. Like
No, I'm
it's
saying
like,
they like put in a new print of the film, like that's higher quality because it's kind of
That will
blurry
happen
already.
at some
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
sure. Well, do you think they'll eventually get the rights and switch over to the new Harry Potter
No,
series? If
I
you
don't think so.
No, don't do that.
I feel like nobody's gonna be like
I'm calling
know,
it, man.
that
One
crazy
season,
about it,
one and
you
done.
know?
I don't think it's
one
gonna do
and
well.
done.
I hope so. I'm rooting for that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. There's no.
Oh,
need for
also,
that
like
show.
the rumor is that NBC Universal is going to buy WB. That's been the rumor forever because of Zaslav. He's like gearing up WB to sell. So this may become a moot point. Universal may just
Sure,
own both and
yeah.
be like, no,
They
We're doing the
pull plug
movies.
immediately.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sort of
I
a
mean-
Marvel, sort of a Disney takes Fox situation where all
Yeah.
that shit just
They're like,
got
they're
cut.
done. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
We're not
So,
doing
yeah,
any more X-Men.
That one will be around for a bit. Let's move on to then. I guess.
What was after
Uh,
that?
We talked about Indiana Jones and
But that's, like,
Dinosaurs,
that's
We're talking about
way
new stuff.
before.
That's
We're
way
talking about new
before.
stuff, right?
What happened after that Gringotts?
I think it was Pandora.
Pandora.
the
yeah, in
next
terms
big
of big
thing.
ones, yeah, it would have to be
Okay, well, let's dive into it. I mean, I know people hate on Navi River Journey a lot.
crazy.
I like it.
I think it's better than Flight of Passage.
I think
Sue
so
me.
too. And you know
I
what?
agree.
I'm with
it's
you.
100% a
But
better
I will
ride.
say something that's going to pain me too. I think of the rides we've discussed, it's the soonest one to close because it doesn't.
Oh,
it's not
Navi's
that
gonna
popular.
go. Navi's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
so
not
sad.
that popular, and
It's so sad that you're so right.
I know, and it was. I think it's executed so well, and it's so unique because you took a boat ride, but it's like I've never experienced that kind of like peace and serenity on an attraction before, and I guess maybe I just really bought into what it was
It's
selling.
vibes, dude.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's so cool and different, and it just does not connect with the normie park goer
Yeah.
because it's not thrilling in the slightest.
Not at all.
Like
No.
at all. It's like, yeah, I do too.
No.
It is like the quintessential immersive thing to me. But and it's like clever, like fun ideas, like the tree leaf is an animatronic and they have the shadow on top of it. Like
Yeah,
there's a
it's
lot
great.
of really clever like
Yeah.
stuff, gags and
Just
sight gags
vibes.
and that. But
just
yeah,
vibes.
that's the soonest one to go of all these.
So
Yeah,
sad.
yeah. I Flight of Passage is such an interesting one. Moving on to
Yeah.
it because like, it's so cool in some senses, but it's another one where I'm like, the queue is better than the attraction, in my
100%.
opinion.
Yeah.
And I know some people are gonna be like, "You're crazy," and I'll be like, "Okay, cool."
I don't know if anybody's gonna say that.
No,
No.
there are
Dude,
ride or dies
people
for
love
Really?
Flight of
Flight.
Passage.
Dude, that thing
God.
is, and it's another one where to me it feels gimmicky. It's like it's the gimmick is
does,
you
yeah.
get on the Banshee, and then it's just soaring on a Banshee, and like
Kinda.
I don't know what the fuck
completely felt
happens
the
in that
same way.
story. I don't know what
I like
happens
that
in
it
the story.
breathes, but like that's like before the
It-
ride even starts.
It breathes, which is the coolest part of the actual ride sequence. To be totally honest, the fact that it breathes is the whatever the fuck you call the dragon thing. I don't know.
Banshee.
Banshee. Okay.
Yeah. Come on, man.
I'm not a huge.
Steve Aoki, bro.
I'm not a huge Avatar fan since they absolutely started just copying the pattern of Avatar: The Last Airbender with their each sequel being a different element and shit.
Oh, I hated
Like,
the second movie.
I just
I
thought it
thought it
was
was
the
so
same thing as the
bad.
first.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like,
it was the
okay,
same thing as the
you
first. It was
remade
the
the
same.
first.
They even brought back Stephen Lang. They were like, we can't come up with a better villain, so he's
Yeah.
alive.
I'm pretty sure he's in the next one, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like the overarching villain. It's like we defeated him in the
sick.
first movie.
Like, we watched him die. God damn it!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, you
I
can't pull this shit.
I will say that one's gonna be around for so long.
So long.
Yeah.
People love that franchise.
Not
I
only-
have zero interest in the third movie, and the
Yeah,
trailer
me
has like
too.
a billion views already.
That's
Not
so
only that, dude, it's an
insane.
anchoring attraction, and they can just update the media.
Yeah, and that land is unreal. Like they're not getting rid of
It's
Pandora.
so good.
The
That land
the
is
Yeah.
better than the
part.
ride.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Like I'll go walk around and eat at the canteen, Satuli or whatever it's
Oh,
called.
for
and
sure.
get a
Yeah.
tofu bowl, and I'm a happy
Watch
guy.
that dude in the mech walk around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a
That's
happy
sick.
guy.
But what's super funny to me though is that I think that came before like they built Soarin' at Tokyo. And they could have tried to
Soarin'.
update the tech, and they didn't. They were like, "Yeah, we're
Hmm.
just gonna stick to Soarin' because that works." And you're never gonna see. I mean, they could
That's
have
another
easily
one
just.
that they've copied a million times, but people love it. And
I mean,
it's
that was
everywhere.
copied everywhere outside of the
Yeah.
parks too. They kind of
Yeah,
like, they're like, "Oh, we
every
can do a flying theater."
Science
Cool.
Center has one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Pandora's like it's got staying power because of the IP,
For
and
sure.
I think it feels unique enough to some people, and it's easy to refresh. So like that one, just for logistical reasons and money reasons, and it's also a park with not a lot of rides. So it'll be around, I think. And I don't know, man. If it's still as popular, the gimmick's not going to go away. I guess it's still people love Soarin', people like
No, they
Avatar.
love a flying theater.
Yeah, man, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Don't like a flying theater that much. I think it's cool. I'll do Soarin' if I just need a vibe or take a nap. But that's about it. And then I guess should we talk about Guardians in that case? Because it's a reskin,
Yeah.
but it did
It's
open
done
post.
well.
You know what? I am full of shit. I rode Rise of the Resistance before I rode Mickey and Minnie's. I just looked that up. I don't know. I got it mixed up. I'm a liar. I'm a
Boo.
dirty liar.
I'm a dirty
Boo.
liar.
Maybe I rode it in Florida before
I think
did it in
you did.
California.
I think you
Maybe.
guys rode it in Florida.
Okay. All right.
I've
Well,
never been on that ride at all.
I'm a dirty liar, everyone.
It's an interesting one. I have thoughts on that too. We'll get
But
to
I think that was the next one, or Galaxy's
no.
Edge, and then that.
No, I mean, are we going to talk about
Dude, they should have kept
Mission
Roger
Breakout?
Oh, sure, we can.
It's a reskin, and it's gonna
It's gonna
probably
be there a long time.
Yeah, as long as we'll see if the MCU doesn't
Rabbit. Also opened 2017, like right about the same time.
That's why I think it opened like a week apart. Like it was crazy.
Yeah,
how
May
quick those two-
27th, 2017, and then when did Pandora open?
probably
May
early
27th,
summer.
2017.
They both open the same day.
They opened the
Yeah.
same day.
That's crazy.
Wow.
They were like,
That's
we gotta
crazy.
give California something. So here
What
you go.
the hell?
I think
That's
that
crazy.
yeah, I think it's there.
Dude,
they
I think
could
that's-
reskin it if they wanted in 20 years if MCU's done, but that ride system is in every Disney resort as well.
Yeah, it's
The
awesome.
Tower of Terror ride system,
works.
the forward and back elevator shaft works. I mean, it's awesome in Tokyo where it's an original story. It's awesome in Florida. It's awesome in Hollywood. Like that thing is not going anywhere.
Yeah, I think that'll last. It is also like I think that thing's gonna probably end up outliving both Web Slingers and the still not even built Avengers ride they're doing. So
100%, I think so.
Really?
Because
That's
it's
so crazy.
thrilling, dude. Web Slingers is such a disaster. It's got
Yeah.
like a walk-on line, doesn't it? Like pretty much all the time, or is it?
no, I think the ops are pretty bad. Or like not
Honestly,
the ops. I
okay.
think it just doesn't work that way. It's just a slow. It's a small space. It doesn't have the right capacity, and like people are like, "Oh, Spider-Man," and they go on, and you're like, "Oh, Spider-Man."
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I think that one,
Honestly,
yeah.
I'm so psyched all the time that the Tower of Terror in Orlando outlived the Aerosmith coaster.
Yeah, that's closing this
The fa-
year
Yeah,
or
the
next
fact-
year maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah,
Did
made
Universal
it.
do anything big? Oh, was Hagrid's? Did Hagrid's come before?
That was more recent, I thought.
No, it might have been before Galaxy's Edge. Hold on.
think it might
Hagrid's,
be.
I think 2018 sounds right.
2019, June 13th, 2019.
Okay,
think that's
so
when-
the same-ish time.
Hagrid's is
Interesting.
super. We can talk Hagrid's because we just did Disney. Hagrid's is super
Yeah,
interesting because like that
it's sick as fuck. It's
sick as
awesome.
fuck.
It's super good.
And it's funny because it does have some gimmicks to it, but they're not things you've never seen before, and it's all in service of the story.
Yeah, I mean
So
the
It's-
like
drop, right, is the tech, the drop track.
no, and
Yeah.
the switch track when you go up and
Oh,
you go
you're right. And go
backwards.
backwards.
Yeah.
It's like Everest.
100% the most thrilling, like, I don't know if it's probably not the right way to say it, but more or less lateral coaster.
That thing's
You know,
kicks
like
ass.
it doesn't go to super tall heights or anything,
No,
but
it's
but
fairly
it's
tame
thrilling as hell.
in terms
you know?
of layout. It's just fast.
Oh,
And they
absolutely.
use the nature elements really well. And
Yeah, most of
obviously
it's
the
just in
scenic
canyons and
animatronics.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that thing's gonna be around. I mean, I think it's the most popular ride of the resort right now. So
It's
Oh,
probably the
yeah.
longest wait.
It always is. It's always
Yeah.
over an hour. It reminds me kind of like, I remember the first time I wrote it, I thought like, this is like if Big Thunder
Yeah.
was like, had such a larger budget, and obviously it was in the Harry Potter world, but like
Yeah.
the use of like canyons and little scenic effects and things like that, like the Devil's Snare
Yeah.
versus the like Dynamite Canyon, like there is some overlap there, and it's kind of just a plussed up better version of it, sort of in my head.
Sure.
Obviously with top end animatronics too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's gonna last. I mean, that one's just it uses everything well, and the rides system is not new necessarily, like the motorcycle. Oh shit! I think it's gonna outlive Tron.
Oh, Tron.
I think it
Yeah.
will. I think it will.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and New Fantasyland was somewhere in there as well.
Yeah,
It
I mean
was.
that
I think
one's
it was
about.
like New Fantasyland. I want to say was 2017, maybe.
I thought it was like 2011.
2016. I thought it was when. I thought it was.
Damn, our
around-
timelines are all messed up. Hold on.
We're
doing
New
so good, guys.
Fantasyland. It's fine.
When did New Fantasyland open?
Fantasyland.
2012.
Fucking
God damn it.
I was right,
we should have
yeah.
started with that one. God damn it!
It came like right after Potter. It was their Potter response. Was
So it wasn't.
New
It
Fantasyland.
wasn't Radiator Springs Racers.
that was in like 2008.
No, that
Or no,
was
you said
2012.
2012. You said 2012.
That was their
2012.
Florida response.
Yeah,
Yeah.
June 15,
Okay.
2012.
So the California, Radiator Springs Racers was kind of just, I don't think it was necessarily a response to Universal, more so of, we have to save this park.
Yeah.
We
This
gotta
park
put
is
something
floundering hard.
Yeah.
Seven dwarves, man. Oh man.
I love that you said that with a yawn. So
Yeah.
good.
It'll be around. It's still a popular thing, and like it's kid friendly. It's got a pretty fun story, and
It's also
it's
like
not
the
gimmicky.
holder of the updated part, area of that land.
That
like,
and the Be Our Guest restaurant.
Yeah, those.
I think
will be
you'll
around.
see. Dude, remember when they like opened that and they were like, "Enchanted Tales with Belle is gonna change everything," and it's like, it's just like you sit in a room with like a
I
performer.
can't believe you fucking dragged me to that.
Dude, well, I was like, I gotta see it. Like it got advertised as like this big.
I did
deal.
not give
And it
one
is like
shit about
1,000% a plussed up meet and greet. And it's
It
like, oh,
is.
this is like they like really sold this hard.
that. They really
They
sold
were
it
like,
They
hard.
tried.
This is
They did
the
their
big
best,
one.
yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
this is nothing.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because
God.
the more I'm thinking about it, I'm like the ones that I think are gonna go soon are like post 2020 maybe, or post 2019. Because I think like I
Really?
guess we can just jump into.
Because they're bigger footprints. I mean, all this New Fantasyland stuff is like, why would they take out Mermaid? It's a people eater. Why would they take out this? Like, there's things that they are staples to the parks. I think stuff that is going to go is stuff that feels out of place.
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll
ahead.
jump into Galaxy's Edge then,
And then Tron.
Was,
and
was
yeah.
that the next
then,
one?
yeah.
Was it Galaxy's Edge?
It doesn't matter at this point. I think we got our timelines. So
2020, yeah,
Yeah.
2019, 2018,
Yeah.
2019. So
We're
yeah,
not
dude.
we're not operating by a sacred timeline here, so I think we're good.
I would think that's the next one. And I mean, let's not forget it just opened with Falcon. Rise was
Yeah.
like a year later.
dude,
That's right.
Falcon is
Yeah.
literally gimmick the ride. Like that is the coolest part of Falcon is when it opens and
The
you
queue.
see the queue, no, and you're like, oh, I get to sit in the cockpit,
Yeah.
and then you got to go on the ride.
And
And
honestly,
I mean,
would maybe be better as just like an exhibit that you can just like walk around in, and if it's like a restaurant or something, I don't know.
yeah, dude, I think it's almost
I
cooler
wonder.
than that. Like
Oh, dude,
I
my favorite part is getting to meet Hondo Onaka.
which is
Well, I
a
mean,
very impressive figure.
Yeah,
But
my favorite of all of all Star Wars characters is
Hondo
Hondo
what a
Ohnaka.
weird
Ohnaka.
fucking choice, man. They were like, yeah, we're gonna go for this guy from the Clone Wars or Rebels. I don't know which one it was. It's
That's
like,
the entire land, bro. What a weird fucking choice.
Yeah,
Like they
yeah,
had an idea, a like cool story, I guess, but it's like you are playing in a sandbox that is shockingly limited, right? Like there's a blueprint to what works in this universe, and you're
right.
just like, we're gonna do something else. Like we're gonna make not Tatooine. It's like just do Tatooine. Like in hindsight, like they should have just done that, and that's gonna be my conclusion of this section of the conversation of what I think is going to happen. But yeah, what a weird fucking choice is that land.
no, I mean, and dude, Falcon is like, I don't know about Disney World, Disneyland, dude. You can walk on that thing basically
Oh
anytime
yeah,
you want. No one goes on
Yeah,
that.
pretty much. And you pretty much don't stop walking until you sit down in the
there's
cockpit.
so much
Like,
walking too.
yeah, there's
Yeah,
so
they're like,
long
this
to
is gonna have
walk.
such a long line. People are gonna wait hours, and I'm like, dude, no one,
Yeah.
no one. I
I
mean, they're
wish
already
they'd just let
axing.
you walk
They're
right past Hondo Ohnaka.
dude,
They
they're
won't.
already axing the original story. So like
Yeah,
now
they're
they're doing the
already
Mando
changing it.
overlay. Yeah,
Yeah.
They're
and it's I
already
think
changing it.
that's what it's gonna end up being. It's gonna be like
100%.
just like we can
I think
toss
it's
whatever new IP we have in here, and like here you go. Have
it's
fun.
so interesting that the main selling point of it was that it would be its own Star Wars story,
In
like
universe, like it was in
its
a timeline.
own
Yeah.
story that takes place within the lore of this area of the galaxy. Which even if those movies did not measure up to what a lot of people thought that they were, you know, how a lot of people thought that they would, like whatever. The fact that you latched onto that and we're like, we're taking place in between these two movies because there's already a gap there plot wise. That's where we're setting this universe. Like everything that happens here is within that universe, but it's not dependent on anything. Like we could do really whatever we wanted to because the movies aren't going to cover this. And then to immediately a few years later walk that back is wild.
To walk back like probably the only interesting
like-
element of
like-
that. But like that was also, to be fair, a weird choice.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But it was an interesting one. It was risky, and then
Yeah.
now they're just like, who cares? We're selling
Dude,
but
British
like-
stuff at the stalls. Like we don't care.
You know how like Indiana Jones as an example,
Grogu.
an example that exists, an Indiana Jones that exists.
Buy
in the
Grogu
same- Do the
Don't
roar.
ask questions. Just consume product.
Do the roar.
Don't worry, guys. We got Gritch coming soon. Gritch is after Stitch made $1 billion, they're gonna do a Grogu and Stitch the movie, and
Oh my
and then
God.
they'll do like combine them and you'll get Gritch.
They're gonna do a little space adventure.
Gritch the movie.
Anyway, that's awful.
Don't
like,
put it past them.
if you
Nightmare
think
fuel
about-
from Tobias Lerman Matante.
if you think about Indiana Jones and how it exists as its own chapter of his story, right?
Yeah.
It's its own. It's not based on a movie, but a lot of moments in it are. You know, like
That's true.
you getting shot with the arrows is exactly based on one of the movies. The boulder is exactly one of the movies, except for the fact he's not running from it; he's hanging in front of it. But there's moments there where it's like tying into specific parts of it. There's that whole tunnel that kind of looks like Temple of Doom, like
Yeah.
you know, like it. It's very much yes. This is
There's
its
an
own
idol,
temple,
like
etc.
yeah, it's very
but-
Temple of Doom. Yeah.
But it's its own thing. But it still gives you those flashbacks, like you're in the movies.
They
type
do
of thing.
something smart, which is like this is vague, generalized Indiana Jones story.
Yes,
Which is
Yeah.
kind of what they all used
Yeah.
to do. It was like this is an adventure in this world, but it wasn't
Yeah.
like this is set between Temple of Doom and Last Crusade, and this happens here, and then in this sliver of a year and a half time.
Go on Disney Plus and watch our show.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
go watch the Clone Wars, so you know
Yeah.
who the fuck the Squid guy is. Like
Yeah.
there wasn't like elements like that.
The squad.
It was like just
You're gonna have to
know?
go watch young Indiana Jones to know
Yeah,
what this guy
yeah.
is.
it's like, hey, adventure guy does an adventure. Done. Like they didn't like overthink it. I guess what
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying
like,
is they overthought it so much.
do you think that's what it was? That they're just like, oh no, but it has to be completely
It
different
has
and
to
its
be the
own thing.
best thing ever. It
It's gotta
has
be-
to be living
I mean,
because they
it's
hadn't torched the
massive.
IP's value yet, so it was still like a
Yeah.
humongous deal.
Yeah, they haven't absolutely blasted into the earth yet.
Yeah, which now it is, and Andor exists, which is awesome, but the rest of it is a ginormous disaster.
And/or the ride.
And
How
it would
much
just
do you
it would
want
just be
to
an
bet?
omni mover, dude. It would just be an omni mover, and you're just watching people talk.
How much do you want to bet there will be a film in the Millennium Falcon where you like run across him or something? How much
I
do
would
you want to
hate that.
bet?
I would hate that as much because I love Andor so much.
They're
Tony
gonna do
Gilroy
that
would
shit.
fucking hate that.
He has zero control.
Yeah.
They can do
Oh,
whatever
he left.
they
He
want.
said
Yeah.
they were like,
Said,
"Hey
"I'm
man,
out."
we loved your thing. You made like a prestige television show." And he's like, "Nah, I'm done, dude. I did 5 years.
Yeah.
I did 5 years of this
I
shit."
bet it's coming because it is their one win in the
Yeah.
last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, but I think that goes to speak of the problem with Millennium Falcon. Now going back to the subject matter is like,
Yeah.
dude, the whole gimmick is you drive the Falcon, and then because like, who remembers what's the story? You got to get some coaxium tubes and you shoot at.
You're smuggling, right? For Squid Guy.
You're squuggling.
You're squuggling. You're squuggling for Squid Guy.
Squid Man. For spiky Squid Man.
Slightly
Squuggling for
Man.
Squid Man the ride.
Squuggling for Squid Man. That is, I'm getting that framed.
Wow.
Just a picture of Toby like squuggling for the Squid Man.
I'm
Dude,
squuggling for this.
can I say I'm pretty sure, like, I could be totally wrong, but I know that Star Wars has been nominated for things like costume design and whatnot and
Yeah.
effects, but
Probably, yeah.
isn't Andor like the only thing where it's like literally got nominated for like outstanding drama series, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like
Yeah,
that's
man.
the only
Yeah.
isn't that the
Oh.
only Star Wars thing that's ever been like that recognized?
Did the first one win Best Picture?
The original Star Wars?
No,
No.
it
got
did not.
nominated, dude. I
No,
literally
it
think
did not.
did.
No,
Hold
it did not.
on.
I'll bet you this.
Yeah.
It won. Oh, it was, dude. It literally won Best Picture.
No,
It did not win Best Picture.
There's no no, it didn't. There's no way.
It didn't.
1978.
No, dude.
1978?
Wait, when did it come out?
77?
Dude,
I
no,
guess
it
maybe
did
that
not
makes
win Best
sense.
Picture, dude. I don't know what are you talking about?
Maybe it was nominated.
You're squuggling right now, man. You
I'm
gotta
squuggling.
chill out.
Dude.
You're squuggling.
I think it literally won Best Picture in
It did
1978's
not.
Oscars.
I promise you, it didn't.
Annie Hall won Best Picture in 1978.
What am I looking at?
It won the Saturn. It won the Saturn for
Won
best.
the Saturn. It got nominated for 37 Academy Awards.
No, it got
And
nominated for
no.
10.
Yeah.
That's the whole franchise.
Rocky
37.
was
Okay.
77 and Annie Hall was 78.
And it did get nominated for 10 and it won 6 in terms of like. Oh, it did get a Best Picture nomination.
nominated.
No
It didn't
fucking
win.
way.
I'm
No
wrong. It was
fucking-
nominated.
That shit got a Best Picture. No, that's crazy.
Okay.
That's sick.
So I was like off on my claim, but in the ballpark of it got nominated for Best Picture.
All right.
Which
Anyway.
is fucking crazy. But yeah.
Sure. What the fuck were we talking? Millennium Falcon. Yeah, that shit's
Yes.
just gonna go.
It's
That-
gonna die.
that's gonna-
Yeah, there's no way.
Well, they're just going to constantly change the media. I don't know that they're going to get rid of it more.
yeah,
so
they're
it's
just
gonna be-
they're like, you know what? It worked with Star Tours for long enough.
yeah.
So
They'll get
They're
rid
gonna
of
put a
Onaka,
Pedro
they'll put
Pascal
someone out,
animatronic in there.
Literally.
Yeah.
They'll put something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
They'll
and
do
then
what they did to Superstar Limo. They'll just put a new skin on the figure.
They'll put
Just-
Grogu in there, man. They'll
just
just put
Pedro
Grogu
holding
the ride.
Grogu.
Do you know how much more how busy it would be if there was like that Hondo Onaka animatronic just wore Mando armor and held Grogu? It'd be way more popular. Just on the
Yeah.
stupid basis of like, look it.
Hit Baby Yoda.
Thing you know. Like but it will do better.
Oh my god, that thing I know.
Yeah. It'll be the Leo meme at the screen, you know?
Yeah,
I'm
different
gonna
from
go buy 30 Grogus now.
different from, who's Squid Man?
Squiggle the Squid Man. What am I
Squiggle the
saying?
Squid.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I've been on that thing. I've been on that thing, I think, easily 10 times at this point. And I don't know what the story is. It's like you're getting coaxium and you go pew pew to the train
Yeah.
and then also
You're
like, dude,
you're like stealing.
Doesn't it break down and everyone has to press a button at the same time? Doesn't
yeah,
that
no,
happen
the
too?
Yeah.
funniest and the worst part of that experience, just easily, which I think it is them over when they were like, we gotta go for full video game interactivity. That's how we're gonna one up Universal. They're like, we're gonna make this like a full cockpit, and then it's like really just two positions that are great.
Yeah.
And
The rest are
I'd
just
say at least half of the time you're shit out of luck, and you get some like brain dead children who get to
Yeah.
fucking
No.
take that position, and
Well,
they're
what are
just
you gonna tell
smashing.
kids they can't pilot? You know, like
It would
that's
be actually
Yes.
cooler if they like went through with it and it was like, you can screw this up. Like,
Yeah,
like if
the
you
ship
like,
blows up.
wasn't
yeah, like
was
you
that
can-
not
well,
the
no.
original idea that
Yes,
they were like
it was that it was a
yeah,
video
oh,
game.
you can
and you
can
assembled
seriously
points and
mess it
yeah.
up, and yeah, people interact with you like in
on
the
your like
land
data
like
pad. You can be a good
haha,
pilot.
you
Yeah.
you messed it
yeah.
up.
Data pads were a whole thing. Remember
Yeah.
how
That was the
no
whole
one
idea.
used
It
the
was
app?
like a living video game. They were
Yeah.
trying to do this really cool
They
tech
were
thing.
like
It
trying to
didn't
do the
land,
most
and they
immersive
said,
cos
get rid of it.
yeah, they were trying to do the most immersive role playing.
It was like LARPing. They were doing
Yeah,
LARPing. Like
for sure that's what the thought was, and that was purely like, okay, everybody's wearing robes to Potter, Harry Potter land, to Hogwarts, and
yeah, and they've got interactive
interacting with their
wands. Yeah.
wands, and like, oh man, this is a new level of interacting with the land, and they were
Living
like,
with
how
the
could
land,
we
you might
further
say.
that? Yeah. And how could we further that, and then completely walk it back and not do any of it?
Yeah. No, they like completely
Just
bailed on
said
that. That was so stupid.
It's been a
It's
long
It's
day,
like
guys.
unrelated
I
little
liked it,
call
Toby. It
out
was
of
funny.
living with the land.
I fucking
No,
love
it
that ride.
yeah, I forgot all about that, but they really were trying to do something interesting. And then like at the first sign of trouble, leadership
You're
was
like,
just like, done. Get it out of
Yeah.
there. It's
All
just
right,
a
all
ride.
right.
Not
Enough,
worth
and
enough
then it
on.
was like, you know what, QR codes. QR
'Cause you know
codes,
what's
they'll save us.
You know what's immersive is a QR code.
I
Yeah,
forgot
that'll
about the
save
QR
us.
codes. Yeah, you would do it above the water fountain. The little alien guy would come
And
out.
on that little crate, you're like, oh, maybe there's some coaxium in here.
Maybe there's some crack in this crate.
Maybe there's some space crack in here. No, that's spice, right?
Aren't
Spice is
you
the
like
space
doing
drug.
that? Aren't you like drug dealing in the ride?
Coaxium
I mean-
Spice or is
is
it coaxium?
no, dude.
Fuel.
Coaxium's like crack for the spaceship, bro. That's
Oh,
different.
okay. I was like, are we
Yeah.
Dude,
drug
yeah,
dealing?
no,
Like
you're-
spaceship crack. Spice
You're
is
just like-
Star Wars crack.
You're just in the
Okay.
Gulf War, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're just collecting
yeah.
oil. That's horrible, but got it.
That's so terrible. I can't believe you said that.
What the fuck? I'm not wrong. All right, fuck it. Let's go to Rise. We spent like 20 minutes talking about this.
Lane is
goddamn
done. Yeah. I think it's the same thing. I think it'll be around for a long time because they just sunk too much money in. But I could absolutely see them refitting.
They're gonna
it to
reskin the
original
shit
trilogy.
out of that.
I can
Oh my
absolutely
god,
see it
they're gonna
happening.
reskin that so
You make
fast. And
Kylo
also-
Darth Raider. Darth Raider.
Darth
Vader.
Raider is Squig-
Lord Big Helmet.
The adventures,
Man
the
and Darth
adventures of
Raider.
Squiggly and Dark Raider, featuring Gritch.
Just make it
Dark
space. Just when Spaceballs 2 comes out, rewrap that thing as Spaceballs. Good to go.
Oh.
They can, right? It's Fox now, so they
I
own
mean,
it.
I guess
Yeah,
if
I
they want to
think you
make fun
can.
of themselves, they
Yeah.
could.
Oh my god, it's Lord Big Helmet.
No, I think it'll absolutely become an original trilogy attraction.
Dude,
sure.
because like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Put R2 as the droid in the car. Just change what the stormtrooper's wearing. Like that's it. It's easy.
yeah, I mean,
Change
dude,
just their helmet, like literally their helmets, and that's it.
That's it.
Like,
but going on a serious note on that one, it's crazy. The first couple times I went on it was mind blowing. It was like, this is the coolest
100%.
thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's still probably
Oh, it's great.
up there in the best rides in the resort. Like it's
Yeah.
amazing. It's still an amazing ride, but like it's so gimmick heavy. Like it's like, oh, this is the part where you do the ship thing, which is great reveal, great use of story. Then this
Mhm.
is where but at a certain point, it's just like there's not a ton. It's funny. Like if I think of that ride, I remember ship thing, door, bzz, droid is cool, and then like maybe the AT-ATs. And then the drop sequence. But like the stuff between is like, oh yeah, this happens. And
I
there's
I
like
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 the,
one
the
animatronic-
carrier. I like the
like,
transport pre-show.
the
a lot,
transport. I was about to say, like, the
but they
transport is one of my
don't do it
favorite
a
parts of the
lot.
rides.
they will operate in a B mode and just have you go straight into the stormtroopers. There's
That's
often times where they
fucking
don't do
bullshit.
it. Yeah.
It
There's
is
often times where they don't do
honestly,
it because I've had
it's
it happen and not done it.
it's probably one of my favorite parts of the ride. Like
Yeah, it's super
honestly,
cool.
like
Remember when it came out, they were like, it's a 35-minute experience. It's got this like they were really selling that.
you have to run from one ship to the other.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
know?
Disney people are going to run from one ship to the other. Yeah.
But they like
Good
were
luck.
really, it's the same thing with the hotel. Like they just had these really lofty ideas. And
But
they
like
just
the
like
hotel is
overdid
another
it.
example of like, let's totally like make this a a multi-day LARPing experience, and then also like QR codes, like, you know,
And an app
like,
on your phone.
like
Slack messages.
Oh my god, Admiral Holdo just slacked me. She needs to see me on the bridge.
But they just overthought it, right? Like there's a world where you can execute something like that, but it's just too much at once.
Yeah.
Or
they went all in.
Or you didn't
hard.
and honestly, to be devil's advocate, didn't lean into it enough. Like
Yeah.
that
No, it's
they
half baked.
that they like cut short in certain areas, like
The parks,
like,
yes. The hotel, no. The hotel was crazy. They would text people like 3 in the morning.
but also like there were like dead periods in the
Grinch needs your
hotel
help.
and stuff where like, or you missed out on shit because the app wasn't working correctly.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like where we didn't figure out all the kinks, so these people got to their last day there and they're like, oh, we haven't done anything, so now we're just being kind of fed into this ending, you know.
Okay, I'm just thinking of other things.
Yeah.
I don't think Rise as a ride though is going to last more than another 5-10 years at that.
You think they're going to reskin it, or they're just going to fully cut
No, they're going to reskin it, and they're
I agree with that.
Whenever they make more movies, like, yeah, probably.
Are they?
But also, they keep pushing that back.
They've been rumored forever. We're doing this movie, and now we're not.
Oh, and I mean,
this movie.
I'm totally 100% convinced the Rey movie is not going to happen.
Oh, it's not.
Like
that would be a humongous swing to be like, we're going to do it anyway. Everyone rejected this. You know, a lot of people in bad faith, but like, we're going to do it anyway. Okay, let's see what happens.
It's like they've changed so much about the pre-production already. Like it's already in development. How like she's attached, but that's pretty much it. Like it's been already confirmed for what years?
No,
years at this point. So I don't think it's happening.
Yeah. No, I mean they're gonna. I think the next 5 years they're gonna need something new to bring people in. And they're probably what they're gonna do is they're gonna change the theming and get rid of half of those gimmicky elements that just don't work half the time, and be like, hey, no, it's still a trackless ride system, and maybe it's better for it. Maybe it's actually the story's fantastic and it works and it's timeless. But for the time being, like,
honestly,
as cool as I think it is, I don't see it. I don't
really
see it
want to do. They would never do it. They would never do it. But if they really wanted to. Like, there's so many time jumps in Andor, you could easily slot that whole land right into
an Andor ride at a family theme park.
That'd be insane. Yeah, like if it's just the heist and you watch that dude get crushed, like with your children.
One way out. It's just Andy Serkis screaming and crying. I can't swim. All right, what the fuck?
Oh my god! Instead of, we know we made you run from a transport to a ship before, but in this one, we're gonna make you fucking swim.
Just throw you in water.
You got to buy a swimsuit before you go on.
Andy Serkis will throw you into the water.
Yeah, that one. I don't know, man. I don't think it's gonna last as long as we think it's gonna last.
It's gonna be reskinned 100%.
Yeah,
they want it to be a moneymaker and tied to something that's popular.
And it hasn't. I mean, dude, Hollywood Studios, they still got to dump how much money into that park now. They were like, this is gonna finally make this the park, and it's like, nah, dude. It really didn't.
Well, it also, like, that was where I wrote it when they didn't even do the transport sequence. Like, they'd already given up on it. It had been like a year. Like, it felt very half-assed.
That was
like,
around the time they did Toy Story Land too, and that was just like a hallway.
Oh, that was before, but yeah. That's like a half-baked.
Yeah. Well, it's just like a walkway, more or less.
Yeah, but
to be really mean about it,
it's like cute.
It'll
survive.
Yeah,
it's not what they marketed it as. It was not like an e-ticket
No.
expansion. It was
I
like
was-
a dressing up of the queue of Toy Story Mania, basically.
And
I
Slinky
was
Dog, if you want to wait
expecting
90
Yeah,
minutes.
Slinky Dog. Oh my god. I was expecting it to at least be like the size of Bugs Land, and it wasn't.
Yeah, no, it's
You
not.
know?
They oversold what that was.
Yeah,
But what it is
100%.
doesn't bother me. I think it's fine.
No, I think it's fine. I think it was purely like an advertising issue.
Yeah,
That was
and
like
then- okay, so-
2017, 18.
Yeah,
I think,
it was-
somewhere
it was
in there.
like-
it's not really
it was to
worth.
tide people over until
Yeah, it was like a little treat.
Yeah,
Next
yeah,
was
Piggy,
Mickey
speak-
Minnie.
Oh,
I think.
dude,
which
that
I've never been on.
that's gonna be there for a bit, and then it's
Yeah.
gonna be gone. Because that dude,
yeah.
that's just projection mapping with a trackless 5D.
I really like it. I know that's like not.
I have a- no,
popular.
I like it. I have a
like
good
it
time.
lot.
I
I
got
think
no
it's
beef.
fun and funny, and it's like
Yeah,
it reminds me of like Roger Rabbit, like crank it to a 10. It's just like
Dude,
silly.
I loved Roger Rabbit.
It's still there.
Yeah, but
Is
how's it,
really?
dude? They're not-
I thought
they're
they
not doing
killed it.
They're not doing
I
that.
thought Minnie and Mickey and Minnie.
It's
took the
there. They
place
added
of
it to
Roger
Toontown,
Rabbit.
but
it.
it's still
No,
there.
it's next to it.
Oh,
Yeah. No,
It
I-
shows
there's some
how
kind of deal
checked out
with-
I am.
There's
with
some kind of
Disney.
something that it's staying. I don't know what, but there is.
Sure.
Hate it. I hate that it took over. I never been on the Florida one. I've only done the Disneyland one, which is probably the better one. But I hate that it took over Great Movie Ride, and that's why everyone hates it.
Sure. Yeah, that is the cardinal sin of it. Took over one of the reason MGM at the time existed was the Great Movie Ride.
Yeah.
And the Backlot tour, and
I
they
just think they're
changed
gonna.
identity. They turned it
I
into
just-
California Adventure, right? They just took
Yeah.
away the Hollywood part.
Oh, dude, that park sucks. Not California. But I mean, that's not perfect, but damn, this Hollywood Studios.
It's
suck.
a rough park.
Hollywood
It's got
Studios
such
is
a
you
killer
go-
list of attractions, but it's such a bad theme park.
Yeah.
I think that one is like at a certain point you're gonna be like, all right, we're just gonna plug and play something into this because it's
think so?
projection mapping. Oh, dude, yeah.
I think that they want it there because it was a big deal to give the icon of the company a ride. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. I think they might like plus it up or do something else.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
to it,
Change
but-
the animation style or something.
But also those cartoons are popular.
Yeah.
On
But dude,
YouTube,
I'm not
those are
hating on that
huge.
ride. I'm not hating on it.
No.
I
But
I
I
honestly
think it's gonna be there a while.
Yeah.
I have lately been more excited to go on Mickey and Minnie's than Rise, which is a crazy thought to say.
Because it's
sometimes.
less. It's like I don't know. It feels like less of a chore. Like Rise.
Dude,
is kinda
Rise does
intense.
feel like a chore.
It's kind of a lot.
It's like, oh, I have to go on this, I guess. And then it's like, I guess I'll wait outside for 45 minutes. And okay,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a cool ride. But then Mickey Minnie's is like, it's usually like a
very
20
light,
minutes
very
to
silly.
walk on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very. Yeah.
And it's okay.
Bouncy.
So I mean, I think that'll survive. What else?
Yeah.
What else did we got Tron.
Tron. I haven't been on
Which-
Tron, so I'm.
I haven't been on
just
Tron. I
I
can't
haven't
say
been on
anything.
Tron.
Oh, we've done that.
I heard
I
it's-
must have been on Tron.
I've heard it sucks.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
I've heard it's like 30 seconds long. Like it's so short.
Oh, cool. Totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
need to
cool.
wait for that.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
sick.
But it adds. It does so much cosmetically for the land. So I don't know. Like so much kinetic energy.
Yeah, with the new movie coming out, I
That movie looks so much like ass.
Dude, I love
The trailer in front of
Are
Legacy.
you not excited for a whole soundtrack by 9 Inch
Legacy's
Nails, bro?
solid. I don't mind that at all. I just like we're still putting Jared Leto in things.
That was it. That was it. I was like, oh, a new Tron, finally. I love Legacy. And then I was like, ah, fuck, it's Jared.
Yeah, and he showed up, and I went, I don't care.
I
Like,
don't.
executive producer Jared Leto. I'm like, this is gonna suck.
he produced it. Whoa,
Yes.
what?
Yeah, dude. I just don't see the longevity of it's so weird in Tomorrowland too. It's such like a tying that IP to that. And like, oh man, I don't know. It's a
Yeah,
tough
but they
one.
just spent so much time building it. That thing was being
Because-
built for like 6 years.
That's so funny. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They were like, oh shit, I have to build this thing. Oh, COVID hit. Oh, we don't have materials. Oh fuck, it's Florida.
Like,
And
I,
then,
I
like-
think that they're gonna let it there for a bit.
I think it's just it's gonna be like a D ticket, right? That's there at some point, and it's like, hey, it makes the land look cool. It's futuristic, and oh, it's Tron, I guess. It's like
Yeah.
Nemo at Disneyland. It's like, oh
That's
yeah,
a good,
it's a
honestly
Nemo
good
ride.
comparison.
It's like it's
Yeah.
here. It never has a huge line.
It's just a thing to take a bit of the crowd.
I ride for Nemo, man. I ride for Nemo.
But you're right. I
Um,
mean, I don't think it's like it was a huge success. I mean, I don't think anyone even talks about it anymore.
No,
People hate that ride.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one's that. What the fuck
We
came
never
after
talked about Minions.
Villain Con Minion Blast?
Universal's big response, Villain Con Meme Blast. I mean, Kong Skull Island was somewhere in that
big
period of time
Oh
as
yeah,
well,
Kong Skull
where
Island.
they built Skull Island
to
into.
call
Dude,
Minion
you know
Mayhem
what?
a big response is so great.
Not even Minion Mayhem, Villain Con.
Villain Con,
Um,
baby.
The ride that I've never been on because it never fucking works.
I've done it. It sucks.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Congratulations.
fuck that
Do
right.
do you get a pin after because you're one of the rare
I
people that have been
survived.
on it?
I wasted
They-
15 minutes of my life on Villain Con Minion Blast.
They shove a banana up your ass and they're like, "Good job, buddy," and they just give
That
you a
makes
little
the ride
slap.
better.
At least something's
I would-
happening. God.
Some
I mean,
people that
Kong-
would be better.
Kong is a weird one. Kong is like one that I really didn't like when I first got on it, and then I've slowly grown to love it over the years.
I like
Weirdly
it
enough,
more. Yeah, I don't like that they got rid of the outside portion. That's like the only thing different besides
Dude,
the animatronic.
the fact,
obviously.
yeah, the fact that you don't really get to go outside ever.
No, I think Kong-
track because it's such like a big, imposing.
And you originally did, and they stopped.
yeah.
Kong
Well,
will
I
last,
think the
though.
first time I went on it, they did it.
Yeah,
And then they like the last.
I agree
time,
it'll last too
no.
because there needs to be a King Kong ride. That's
I
like such
also
a
think-
legacy thing for them.
dude. Yeah, and it fits so well into where it's
I
situated.
don't know.
It's like
For sure.
There's
it's
no
like,
Jaws ride.
It was
That's
a boat.
true. Yeah,
Jaws
That thing
ride.
was how much water you had to thing, and like
yeah. I mean, I know people will be like, "There's no Back to the Future." I feel like that's where Rip Ride Rocket is going to come in. I think they're going to build a Back to the Future or something there.
nah, dude.
That or
if I
Ghostbusters.
no, dude, you're putting too much
Dude,
faith in what
Bro,
they think.
come
it's-
on. I mean, obviously
it's
it's
gonna
going
be
to be
Fast and Furious?
Backdraft. I mean,
You guys are
obviously
all. It's gonna be
Backdraft.
Fast and Furious. It's gonna be Fast and Furious because then it is.
They
I can
already
bet that
have
money
a
on.
ride.
They're going to close.
No,
that shit.
because
That
then they
ride
can
is
close. But
gonzo.
then they can close that ride.
That opened in this time period as well. Bye. It's leaving. It's done.
Yeah, that thing fucking
In
sucks.
2 years.
Nobody
tops.
likes it.
2
Like
years
at least Kong Skull Island, dude. The queue is kick ass. It looks
Awesome.
amazing from the
It
outside.
has jump scares.
It's
like,
so
yeah.
cool. And you know what? Like, there's some cool animatronics in the queue. The beginning
Mm-hmm.
has some plus elements. You got like the bat thing and the bugs, and that's kind of fun. And like you got the giant Kong. Like, dude, I ride.
The Giant Kong is
I'll
worth
ride.
it. Yeah. The
Yeah,
Giant Kong is worth
yeah.
the price. of
And that's a
admission.
legacy thing, dude.
Dude, yeah. That banana breath is worth it.
Yeah.
Is there
they're
banana
not.
breath? I never smelled
There
it.
might be on. There was
I-
obviously in the old ones, but
Yeah, the old ones, yeah.
yeah,
man, I don't
think
know.
that one's there for a while.
That one's
What
gonna
about
last.
Mummy? Do you think Mummy's going to
Oh,
stick
Mummy
around?
opened in like 08, 09, somewhere in there.
Mummy's no earlier.
Oh,
Mummy's
that was
like,
earlier, dude.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
sure.
04.
earlier.
I
Dude,
think
Mummy-
it's actually
Mummy's
days are
so
numbered,
weird.
to be honest.
Yeah,
What?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think I don't know that it's going to be open that much. But it's Universal
know.
Studios Florida is
It's-
so weird because they can't touch ET. So that whole back half of the park is like sort of in limbo, and Simpsons they're going to hold on to until they can't. And
Yeah.
so they're
that's
I-
going. Simpsons
yeah,
is going.
eventually in like a next few years. But Mummy, I don't know. It I think it's sooner to be gone in Hollywood, I guess, because Hollywood.
I
was-
think
I
that-
would
But
be
they're gonna
shocked
reskin
if
it.
they
They're gonna reskin it. They're just
you
gonna
think so?
reskin
Just
it.
to have
It's-
an indoor
it's too-
coaster.
Tom
it's-
Cruise.
It's dude, yeah. What's her name? That movie that I watched
Sophia
and was
Boutella, right? Botello.
Yeah,
I
God,
don't
what's
know.
stupid fucking right.
You
Well, I
didn't
mean, what a
like
stupid
Russell
movie.
Crowe
What a
playing
stupid
Jekyll and
movie.
Hyde.
Dude, that was so dumb.
You didn't- Come on,
Nah, that one's become like part of Universal lore at that
dude.
point.
You
It's
didn't
like Waterworld.
white Tom
you know?
Cruise playing an Egyptian mummy lord.
Was
At the end of the movie, he gets powers and puts on
Ugh.
like a whole like get up and is like, I am evil now. And he's got like a fucking thing in his eye. Like, yeah,
Oh, that's right. Because
I forgot that happened.
dude, he has secret powers at the end. He's like mummy guy.
That was back when wasn't Johnny Depp supposed to be Invisible Man and
Oh,
all
yes.
that? Yeah,
Javier Bardem was Frankenstein, which is kind of
That's-
sick, but
that is kind of sick. Yeah.
Hey, we're getting 3 Frankensteins like this year coming out.
that's
so,
true.
like,
I'm so
yeah.
excited for God of Toros. Oh my god.
but yeah,
I'm
dude. But
pretty
then they're
psyched
doing
for
Bride,
that.
which is pretty fun.
So
Anyway, back to
unrelated.
this.
I
That
don't know.
shit.
I would be really shocked if they got rid of Mummy before Men in Black. That's what I'll say.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Like, there's no way you get rid of Mummy
Well,
before Men in Black,
I think
right?
Men in Black is gonna go when Simpsons goes
I do too.
because that's
That
combined.
would be
that's
a lot of the
land.
park to shut down.
It's
They're
fine.
Gonna, they'll
I mean,
have
they're
ET,
gonna have
and
to.
then that will be a whole land of something.
Yeah,
from
no,
Simpsons to Men in
that makes
Black.
sense. That makes
Probably
sense.
Pokemon is like the rumor on the street, and they'll put Zelda and islands and have a Nintendo in each park.
The Zelda movie's coming too, so
Right. Yep.
But yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what else? What else do we have from this era that like is gonna
Well, after
survive?
Mickey and Minnie was Epic Universe was supposed to open. That didn't happen, obviously. Pixar Pier was somewhere in there as well, which is hilarious.
2017, I
That
believe.
doesn't
Oh
count though.
yeah,
That's just a reskin.
yeah. I guess
Yeah.
not. Incredicoaster.
Oh wait,
Did
guys,
well.
web slingers.
Oh, Avengers Campus. That's what I was thinking of. I was like, what came before Epic Universe? Avengers Campus.
2021, I believe.
That's I don't know. I don't know what the fuck.
That
That's not gonna
land. I've never
hated a land so much.
seen a land flop. Like they
Yeah.
expanded and leveled Bugs Land and did so much work. And I remember there was a lot of anticipation for it, and then it just like opened. And it like it was I had such little fanfare because like I think it was like agreed upon that this is
All right.
very lame.
No,
Like,
I
it's
mean,
a
I
Six
think
Flags land, right? It's a
the
blacktop.
plan, dude, it sucks. The
It
plan
is,
with
yeah. Feels like a
that
parking
was
lot.
like the plan was that was to do the Galaxy's Edge was like we're gonna open this to hold people over and then build Avengers. Well, it's 2025 and Avengers has just started construction. So, and at this point, no one cares.
It's like a lame duck. It's like a dead man walking. It kind of
Yeah,
feels
dude,
like
I
the
think
franchise is in
that
a weird spot. I mean, Fantastic Four is like barely going to break even. It's the best Marvel movie in forever.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
and like I think again, we go in that land, and the most popular thing is Guardians, which was around like years before Avengers
Which
Campus
is
opened.
popular. It's very well done, but it's popular because it's a drop tower. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like it's popular because
Yeah.
it's a thrill ride in a park of 3
Yeah.
thrill rides. So
3
like, it's never
rides,
not going to be
basically.
popular, you know.
It's
And obviously people like
tough.
Guardians, and it's done well, and the music is great, and the rocket is great. Like I'm not dispelling or disputing that, but they didn't have to do any. It's such like a it's like
No,
low hanging fruit. Like all they
I-
do is not fuck it up.
yeah.
You know, like and that
But,
was still
you
going
know-
to be a people eater popular ride.
You
Yeah.
know what's funny though? I think because of it, I think Cosmic Rewind, which we can go into after, will outlive Mission Breakout in its current form. Because Mission Breakout is now tied to Avengers, and Cosmic Rewind is the perfect thing about, and it doesn't belong in Epcot. I'll be one of those people. But that being
Oh
said,
yeah, the death of
it's a-
Epcot. Ratatouille's in there too.
oh fuck Ratatouille.
Yeah.
But like with Cosmic Rewind, for some reason they just nailed it because it's a standalone story. You don't have to.
Mhm.
It's not tied into anything. There's no collector or anything. There's like a Celestial, and Celestials are in the comics, and that thing is a
Mhm.
cool. It's just building upon a good ride system and making it better. And how do you make a really good indoor coaster? Here's how you do it. Boom.
Yeah.
There you go. That's going to be around for a while, I think. Just because it's a standalone thing. It doesn't need like what happens when you're like, oh, Web Slinger sucks. No one cares about the Avengers, and shit. I guess we have Guardians too. Do you just reskin everything? Versus there, it's like it's just a standalone thing. It's like indie. It's its own story. It works well.
I
And it's a
remember
fun
when
coaster.
they were first like we're gonna do an Avengers ride. You were like, oh, cool. So like it'll be Iron Man and Captain America.
Yeah, who's it
know,
even
like-
gonna be? Who cares?
But like that era has ended since like
2018.
you know, like when they originally announced that they were doing this ride, like everybody thought it was Infinity Saga.
It was going to be
right?
Thanos. Thanos was in
Right.
the concept art.
Yeah,
It's still
like
Thanos.
Yeah.
everybody was like, "This is what we're doing," and now those, I mean, that
Now it's like
era of
multiversal
Marvel
Thanos,
has been.
right? That's the villain of the ride that they said. It's like King Thanos or something.
I don't know.
'cause-
I mean, it's just like like that era of the Marvel movies ended in what 2019, right? Was when Endgame came out.
2018,
And
19, yeah.
2018, 19 when those two came out, and then you're like, oh, so okay, and I get that because Rise of the Resistance, or not even that, Galaxy's Edge, I guess, came out. It premiered like right as Rise of Skywalker came out, right?
At least,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
a
was
year
like-
It was
before,
right
a year
around.
of,
It was
yeah.
right around that time. So I like in my mind that was the plan for
Disney.
you know, the Avengers ride, and then they just, you know, it didn't happen. So now I guess it'll be multiverse because you got to
That's
tie
what
it
we're doing
in
now.
somehow, right? Like
Yeah, I
that's
don't
what the
know.
movies. That's what most of the movies are doing now. So I guess we got to do that.
So It's interesting. Like, are a lot of these rides just going to become reskin machines?
Some, yeah, for sure. Because I think it's the case of like the one that I don't think will get reskinned, but could be so easily would be Flight of Passage. Smuggler's Run, you can just change the film out whenever you want.
I mean, they'll
It,
change the film out for Flight of Passage. They'll
yeah,
probably like do it to the new movies at some point,
sure.
which will make a
Yeah.
difference because they're the same movies. But that's fine.
But like if you wanted to redo whatever this Avengers thing is, you could change the film if there's no animatronics. You
Yep.
know, if it's supposedly going to be a screen ride, I mean, I guess we don't know, but yeah, it's
They won't
I
put
don't know.
animatronics. It's Disney. They're not gonna do
Yeah,
it.
I that land is that people that has drawn no extra attendance to
No.
California Adventure.
To
Nothing has since Racers, right? And they're
Yeah.
trying to do more.
Oh,
You know,
no,
San Fran,
Oogie Boogie
Tokyo.
Nights.
Oh yeah, well sure, the seasonal events, absolutely.
Fucking.
And maybe the Big Hero 6 ride will do well. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to look like.
Are we getting
Um,
that? We're not getting
Yes,
that.
aren't they
No,
doing San Francisco?
we have San Francisco. They didn't put a ride. They just put the IP in. That's it.
I've not been
Yeah.
in a while. Okay.
It's
Well,
in
that's
there.
lame.
just like a
They
meet
built
and
it.
greet.
They're doing a Coco ride. That's right. They're doing a Coco ride.
Yeah, we're getting a Coco and we're getting a new Avatar supposedly.
Oh God. Okay.
I know, but
Hate the
it's
Avatar.
it's the Shanghai Pirates mechanism from what I've seen concept art wise. So
That's kind of sick for Coco.
no, I wish for Avatar.
Okay.
Coco's just Coco's just
It's
gonna be
a
like
dark
Frozen
ride.
probably.
Yeah.
I guess you could talk about Frozen too. Fuck.
Oh sure,
yeah.
that was somewhere in there. The butchering of Maelstrom, as some people think. I like Frozen.
Butchering
I like Frozen.
Dude, people were really
the
dramatic.
mighty
about that.
Maelstrom.
Yeah,
Dude, Frozen is so much better than Ratatouille. That's all I'm gonna say.
I agree with that. Yeah, Ratatouille had animatronics to be great.
Hey,
And it's also
Frozen
like, such
Ever
a fun
After.
concept.
Frozen Ever After opened June 21st, 2016.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, our timelines are
Yeah.
fucking off. Yeah,
No,
so
that-
I
we're
mean,
not
those,
we're not playing by the sacred timeline. It's okay.
Yeah.
no, but like what? Actually, now that we're talking about it, and if
Ratatouille
anyone's
is one of the
listened
newer
up to
ones,
now,
yeah.
it's like the trend is they're building rides and then they're just gonna reskin a bunch of shit. I don't know which one of everything that we talked about is going to be truly safe from a reskin. Maybe
Mhm.
Gringotts, maybe Cars, maybe
Yeah.
the pre
Cars
20,
for
the
sure.
early 2010 stuff. Everything
Yeah.
else could get reskinned and probably will get reskinned.
Do you
That's
think
interesting.
that to sort of also involve like the longevity and novelty aspect of it
Shit.
that you started
Yeah.
talking about, like do you think that some of these newer rides are almost built with the intention of eventually
Oh, yeah.
being reskinned? Like that, oh, this will be an easy thing to reskin down the
That's
line to
interesting.
further
Some
the
yes,
lifespan of our
some
investment, like a lighter investment, and then it's still popular.
Epic definitely didn't do that because Minecart
No.
Madness
Yeah.
is its own thing that is not going to work unless it's Minecart Madness, and
Right.
Potter is a new ride system, so they're still figuring that one out. So like I don't, and Potter, like the thing that I mentioned, we were talking about that way early on, like with I haven't been on it, you guys are gonna get to go on it first. But that's a completely new ride system.
Yeah.
Like Rides to Resistance really is not a completely new ride system. It's just a trackless vehicle with other old systems integrated into it that makes it feel like a bigger
And
thing.
a
than it is.
Spider-Man drop.
Yeah, and then Web Slinger's not a new ride system. I guess you could kind of say Cosmic Rewind was a new ride system ish. It's a
Yeah, sure.
it's a spinning coaster. It's a spinning
Yeah.
coaster. It's not really. So they haven't really done a new even Flight of Passage, man. Flight of Passage is kind of a new ride system, but not really.
It sort of is.
So like this is something
Yeah.
they're going. Those are this is what we're doing with those. So like I don't know. They took the swing, but then like yeah, they reskinned Tatiana's and oof, that ride is rough. And I love Princess and the Frog. I'm like, okay, cool. Splash Mountain should have gone years ago, but here we are.
Yeah.
And like they just didn't put a story in there. It was like very much like we need to get rid of this, and you're going to bake beignets, and here's a bunch of new animatronics we're doing a tech showcase for.
Mhm.
And so that one I think is going to be reskinned to I don't know. I mean, but not is anything even safe? They're getting rid of the Rivers of America at Disney World. So like
That is one of the crazier things for sure.
So like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think
Is it
they're
just going to be Radiator Springs Racers? Like, is it a?
no, it's its own
No,
thing.
It's
it's
its
like a
own thing.
race. It's a different racing thing.
Okay,
Yeah, it's not
it's
supposed to
not.
be Radiator Springs. It's supposed to be something else.
Yeah,
I
Oh,
but
forget, but
I
okay.
don't know what longevity that's gonna have either, because then you're just like doing that's a purely cars ride, unless the ride system is amazing, you know. So
mhm.
like I think what we learned from all of this, kids, um, is that I guess it's just like, is the story good enough to last? And does the ride system benefit the story? And if not, well, just build a ride system you can easily switch out to reskin to anything
And
else.
is it not tied to an IP of the moment? I think is also a big part of this
Yeah,
conversation that we're realizing is you're tying to something that's forever. Like, for instance, we talked about King Kong and how much we surprisingly enjoyed that because that's like never gonna not be a thing. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like that's a Hollywood
Yeah,
staple is King Kong. It's like
right.
Sound of Music and Wizard of
Yeah,
Oz. Like it's
and
a forever thing. But like
every so
that
often,
specific
sorry,
era of Marvel, go ahead, like
no,
is
no, no,
not
you go.
is not gonna last forever. It already has passed. That
Right.
specific era of Star Wars has already passed. So I
It
think that
already
maybe
passed
we're
when Rise of the Resistance
when it
opened.
opened.
Like,
Yeah.
didn't it?
So I think maybe what
Yeah.
we're learning is in addition to following a trend or like an industry trend of a certain piece of technology, whether it's projection mapping, ride vehicle, whatever, I think also not falling victim to Marvel's huge. Let's announce all this Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, we missed the boat. Oh, budget cuts. Oh, now this looks like a Six Flags
Because
land.
you
Yeah.
never hear people complain that the Indiana Jones ride came out after the Indiana Jones movies.
Because it's like it's a perfect IP for a theme park ride.
Yeah,
You know, it's Adventure Man
it's
who does
Spider
it's
adventures.
timeless. You
Yeah.
know.
Spider-Man should be too, but they tied it to Tom Holland, Iron Man Jr., and the ride system sucks.
Yeah.
You know,
I
Whereas
like
like
also
the other Spider-Man feels more
like a
timeless because
comic book. You're
it
swinging
feels
with
more
Spider-Man through
comic
the
booky.
city.
Like
yeah.
it's not like it's Andrew Garfield that you're on it with, because then that would feel outdated. Like, like
Yeah.
he's not even the current Spider-Man.
What is
You
the
know,
first thing you would think of as a Spider-Man attraction? I want to swing through the city with Spider-Man.
right?
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
it.
like
That's all you
that's
have
it.
to do and I'm happy.
And they did it. That's what it is. You
Yeah,
know, like if they made a Superman attraction, I want to fly with Superman. You know, like these are obvious like wins. And with Web Slingers, it was like Peter Parker made a Spider-Man robot that's going crazy, and you have to shoot with your webs. It's like, what is going on here?
yeah.
You know, that's kind of
It's
how I
Tom
feel about it.
Holland.
But
No,
yeah,
there are some really weird exceptions to the IP rule, like
for sure.
Mummy's outlived
Weird
that
toys, Water
franchise.
World.
But Mummy's
Waterworld.
also like King Kong, because Mummy's been around for so many years before that iteration
It's
of
also
Mummy
just a
too.
good ride. It's just a good ride.
If it's executed
Like
well,
how
who
King
cares?
Kong
Yeah,
is the Peter Jackson King Kong.
technically, yeah,
It's not Skull Island King Kong or the new Monsterverse or whatever. Like, it's not that current King Kong.
that's
But
true.
that doesn't matter to people, it seems like. And I
Still
feel the
feels like
same way
King
about
Kong.
Mummy, because it's like, I mean, the Mummy, like the first and second one for sure, definitely the first one, are beloved movies,
For sure.
like, so
Dude,
I think,
I will love those movies.
yeah, so I think
CGI The
that it
Rock before
works.
he was anybody.
Oh
Oh my
yeah, that
god.
was good. The Scorpion
So
King,
bad, it was
bro.
so good. It was so bad, it was great. Yeah, man, I don't know. A lot of these just like feel so stuck to an I. You're so right though. Yeah, what happens when like nobody remembers who the fuck Tom Holland is, or not who he was, but like that like his Spider Man, or nobody remembers like,
Well, it's
or
like
nobody cares about the.
When his Peter Parker, retires, and then they do whatever with whoever's the next Spider-Man in the MCU. Probably Miles Morales, because they've like
Yeah.
teased it at this point several times. But like, if they do that as the main MCU Spider-Man, is Web Slingers suddenly going to be like weird, or is it going to be like, well, that was a specific era, so it's fine?
I mean, what are they doing with Galaxy's Edge? The same thing, right? They're kind of gonna
Probably the same thing. Like, are they going to
go
slowly
back on
reskin
it.
it or
Yeah.
go back to the original thing? Bro, that's Web Slingers bringing back Toby Maguire, bro.
He's like 50 at that
it's
point, you know.
Pizza
He's
Time
like,
the ride.
Oh, I'd ride Pizza Time.
Honestly, a
yeah,
ride that's just the train sequence from Spider-Man 2 would be fucking sick.
sick.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, but
Yeah, man.
That'd be
I don't
so
know.
cool.
I guess in that case, Mickey and Minnie's will probably survive longer because it's Mickey, so it's fine.
yeah.
I just think that it was a big deal to give him a ride, you know, and I think it's fun. It's like, this is such a weird word for it, but it's like harmless. It's not
Yeah,
harmless
no,
because
it's
Gravy Bear
harmless.
ran away, but like it is like in Toontown in California, it's harmless.
Great,
It's fun.
perfect.
Sure.
Makes
Yeah.
that land worth visiting.
Yeah.
It
And
fits.
that one will be around, I think, for a while. So you're right. You're right on that one. Man, I think so many of their newest additions and newest builds are just going to be reskins in like the next 5 to 10 years.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's the
I
IP,
mean, it's
it's
I
IP
think
of the
that's
week. They got to
you.
tie it to something topical.
But you brought it up earlier, Toby, that like you see the different ends of that spectrum of like some new rides feel like something that could easily be reskinned, and some of them are literally the anchor of a land where it's if you change them, you're updating pretty much everything around it as well. And
Yep.
that's way more of an investment and honestly a lot more confidence in the property staying and the ride system staying impressive and current. And I think that at least lately with like Epic Universe, you see Universal taking more swings like that as opposed to Disney, who obviously has a lot of plans to open up plenty of new stuff in the future. But like in the last, 10 or so years, like besides Galaxy's Edge, it's which, wasn't a new ride system technically, like a lot of that, a lot of what they've been focusing on more or less has been kind of reskins.
Really, outside of the new cars thing they announced, there's nothing on the horizon that is a new ride system. You've got a reskin of Dinosaur to Indy at Animal
Mm.
Kingdom. You've got the Encanto ride they're building, which is a trackless ride vehicle. Sure. You've got
Coco, which is a water
a
ride?
boat.
Question mark.
It's a boat.
Yeah,
It's a boat
Mm.
ride. It's a boat ride, and then you've
yeah.
got what's it called? You've got the Pandora thing, which we'll see if it gets built. Honestly, at this point, which is just going to be the Shanghai system, and then you've got Avengers, which is going to be the thing, the scoop or whatever it is that they built in Disney Springs, not Disney
It's
Springs,
like a scoop.
the Tokyo one, the Tokyo
Yeah,
Peter Pan ride.
Disney Springs
Yeah,
or
so,
Fantasy
so
Springs. Yeah,
Fantasy
yeah.
Springs. So like, they haven't built a new ride system, really something groundbreaking. God, in how long?
Shanghai Pirates has to be it, right? Like that was like
Yeah.
the big change.
Shanghai Pirates,
Yeah, that was the big
And I
change.
guess Millennium tried.
France Ratatouille.
That's a clone. Oh,
trackless.
in
It's a-
France, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's trackless. It's not a new system.
Well, who was the first? What was the first?
Oh, maybe that was
trackless?
the first trackless.
That might have been
actually.
No, I thought
that
it was
the first
Pooh's
one.
Honey Hunt.
Oh, you're so right. It's Pooh's
It's
Honey
Pooh's
Hunt.
Honey Hunt.
That was like 2000.
Oh
Dude,
God,
that thing,
Yeah, you're
that thing
so
still
right.
kicks ass. It's such a good
it
ride.
still does.
That's the best one. That is absolutely the best one.
That's
Yeah,
the best.
dude.
That of all
I gotta-
things, right? You've got
you
all
know
these
I-
different properties, and it's fucking Pooh, and that's the best one to this date.
You know we gotta go see them heffalumps and woozles, bro.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's weird. Like Universal has been really trying with new ride systems and new stuff lately. Disney really hasn't, and their stories have not been great either. I think Universal's just a lot more confident in their IP too. I mean, but that's also a bigger problem with the Disney thing is they were like, we're all in on Star Wars and Marvel. That was our
Yeah.
money makers, and then they were like, oh wait, people got tired. We didn't do good
Yeah,
stuff,
they oversaturated it, right? Like,
and they made it bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Give us an
they-
alien
Disney
ride, you
Plussed
cowards.
it, you know?
Give us
an alien ride,
That would be
No,
so
never.
cool.
dude. Do it,
That
you
would
cowards.
be so cool. Or Predator
All
or
right.
something.
Yeah, that'd be fucking sick.
Well, that was a long, unwieldy conversation.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm proud of where it went personally.
Yeah, sure.
It was a fun chat. All right, cool.
Absolutely.
Do you want to talk fun
What
shit of the
Thing we
week?
saw this week. Who
Yeah,
wants to go
absolutely.
first?
You go first,
Oh.
Toby.
Toby, go first.
I pulled the rug out from
You did
under
pull
you.
out the rug. Or pull
He was
out
so
the rug.
ready.
You pulled the rug out.
I guess you can see based on my hat. I went to
Oh,
Horror
yeah, this
Unleashed.
is exciting.
It's so weird. It's like I was leading towards that.
I know you were.
Toby got a special invite to see Horror
I
Unleashed.
know, I did. I don't know how much you can talk about it. I don't want to. It's a really interesting concept. I think I like what
Yeah.
they tried to do with it.
For those of you that might not be aware of what's going on here, the Horror Unleashed is the new Universal year-round Halloween Horror Nights-esque attraction in Vegas. It's
Yes.
year-round jump scare fest, etc. But yeah, that's what we're talking about.
I think it's a prototype, and they're gonna hopefully fix. There's a lot of issues with it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's new, right? Like,
Eh,
probably
but,
was
like,
gonna
I'll
have
give-
'em.
I'm gonna give them grace for that reason. And I mean, for the most part, I will say they delivered on Horror Nights quality.
Mm,
Like it's
I'll
it
hand it
they're
to Universal for swinging big. Like they already
dude.
confirmed that they're doing another one in Chicago. So like
Mhm.
Yeah, I
obviously
mean
they've got faith in it.
I don't Vegas is such a weird one because I get it. It's Vegas, but also like you're so close to SoCal and you have the actual Horror Nights there. Chicago makes perfect sense. Chicago's brilliant because that's like right
Yeah.
in the middle of the country. Maybe people who can't make it out to either coast can go there, and it's a Universal property. And I mean, listen, the quality is there. Like
Yeah, can you give a
it's
picture of what it looks like? Like, I know it's 4 houses, and then there's, like, a
yeah,
bar
yeah.
in the middle of
It's
it,
really
or
weird. It's like a warehouse type vibe, and there's like an original story they try to attach to it, but then it doesn't
oh,
really
just
make sense because
overarching
They have the
yeah, it's
I
just not
okay.
really there.
they have the
It's
OG icon character
Yeah,
it,
Jack is
right?
there.
yeah, and it's really cool. I mean, his integration's fantastic,
Okay.
and I mean, the coolest one of the coolest things, and it's not a big. I mean, this is they talked about this, so I can talk. It's like the characters really interact with you. I don't know
Hmm,
how long it's gonna
okay.
last, but like they talk to you and they'll give you like a backstory and something like that, and it's actually really fun. And in a lot of
That's
ways, it's
cool.
like, oh, I'm in this
It's
world,
like
and like you've got characters
interactive
wandering around.
theater. Yeah.
It is, and they really went for that. It's definitely got logistical issues, and I think it's just growing pains. It's their first time trying this. Um, it's also like the Vegas market's so unpredictable. You don't know with that shit, man. Vegas is Vegas.
Mhm.
But like,
Yeah.
you know, the house quality is pretty damn good. They've got like original food. I'm sure at some point. I mean, they haven't announced it. I don't, but I'm sure just thinking practically about what a Horror Nights house is, they're gonna be able to switch them out. I'm not that I could be talking out of my ass,
So are
but
the structures, do they seem semi-permanent, or do they seem like a Horror Nights house? I guess it
Are
depends
they
on which coast. I'm talking about
are they
Florida, like, do they
plywood
seem
or
like are they like they're not like sprung tents
no, no,
inside,
no.
they're
It's
like structures.
they built out the stage for that.
Okay.
They
is
built out
a
like a whole building for it. So like
I'm sure they'll probably, redo a couple
yeah,
rooms here and
I'm
there
sure
over time,
they'll be able to
rewrap
do it.
it. Yeah, and they'll do different themes and whatever, I'm sure, but
Yeah, I'm
I
very
think
curious.
it'll end up being whatever their budget is with everything else that Universal's doing right now. I think it'll come down to like, oh, we've got a huge budget to redo this entire attraction, or we've got enough budget to redo this section of the attraction and retheme it.
Yeah, I think I don't want to give too much away so people can go enjoy it and try it out. I think it's like it's a very good taste of Horror Nights. I think if it's
Hmm,
like
okay.
I think if you've never done it and always wanted to, it's a great way to experience it. Because I mean, like, again, the house quality is there. Also, like I will say, they built out these like really cool line slash facades for each house. They're so kick ass. Like,
Yeah.
goddamn, yeah, dude. Like
Like full on cues, like cool
the
cues.
Scarecrow one is amazing. The Monsters one is amazing. The Texas Chainsaw, even fuck, Exorcist Believer. I was like, why did
There's
you
a
do?
monster's house?
Yeah, there's a Universal Monsters house.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
And it's really cool. It's like a crypt with a bunch of statues and stuff when you walk in. And then like the Scarecrow one is really cool. It's like a cornfield. They built these lines into it that look amazing. And I mean, some houses the production quality was really impressive. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but there's like Scarecrow and Monsters in particular had some rooms that were just like incredible in terms of
Yeah.
like, oh, this is a smart gag.
Are they
And
conga lining you, or is it pulsed?
No, so that's the weird thing that I didn't get to experience it as much because it was a preview for me.
Mhm.
So but like apparently and this is from online things I've read. They're trying to make it so that they pulse it in a way that people can like see it more as a show scene play out and then walk to the
Mm.
next room. Practically speaking, I don't know how long it's gonna last.
Yeah, how busy it gets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the issue is how
The
and
the
it's
reason
not
conga lines are a thing in Florida is because they
it's
have no
not a
choice.
big space. It's not a big space.
Okay, yeah, you
It's
said it
tight
was
for
kinda
what it's supposed to be.
small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's a really cool experiment. I hope it does well so that we get more of it and that Universal can keep doing this and other theme parks maybe get in on stuff like this. Not even horror based, just like more unique, smaller market experiences that still have that level of quality. Because again, the level of quality is absolutely there. And
Mhm.
that's, I
Yeah.
guess, all you can really ask for is like, hey, you brought this level of quality. The costumes were incredible, I will say. Um, and it feels like a little mini Horror Nights. Like that's really what it is.
Sure.
Nice.
Without having to do it's not going to have the event feel. So I think just go do it yourself. I'm still processing a lot of it, and there's like I said, there's a lot that I don't like, but I don't know if I can fault them as much for it because they're still figuring out how to make this work, how to make it year round. How do you
Mhm.
keep people contained in a in Horror Nights, you've got a whole theme park to build out these massive like
Yeah.
like switchbacks to contain people. You don't have that in this space. So like are they going to have to really control ticket sales, like but then does that hurt their bottom line? Um how is it going to work? Cuz also like it's QR code based, so they have to scan everybody's QR code before every house. Um
Oh, yeah.
and that's going to it does. It slowed things down
Yeah,
significantly when I
for
was there.
sure.
So like I think they're gonna have to figure out the logistics and the operations of it.
Mhm.
Um, but I think as a concept, it's great. And I don't think Vegas is the place to do it. I know it's Vegas, but I just think it's too close to SoCal. But like a Chicago one, maybe even one abroad, or maybe one in like the north, like in New York, for example. I think New York would be a great place to build one, honestly.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting idea. I'll put it that way. That has a lot of really cool stuff and some growing pains that I'm assuming they'll figure out. You know,
Cool.
once I'm. So that was what I did.
I'm
I drove
definitely to see
there
it
and
this
came
season as
went
well,
to a
so
concert when I came back because I hate Vegas. Um.
nice.
All right, I'm done with my.
Spencer.
Yeah, so I went to a concert Friday night. We saw LCD Sound System, which was really
Oh,
cool.
cool.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but they were playing at this place called Remlinger Farms, which is like I don't know if every area of the country has like these pumpkin patch or like kind of like how Knott's Berry Farm started as a berry farm and then morphed into a theme park. There's a
Right.
pumpkin patch Lane and I went to growing up called Bishop's that is sort of in the in
It's-
between phase
Yeah.
of
It's
small
it's
theme
like the
parks
Disneyland of pumpkin patches.
of like mom and pop
Yeah,
pumpkin patches. This is a
absolutely.
similar idea where it is literally a big ass farm in the woods that they've started putting rides into in like themed areas and they do like music festivals there. So yeah, it's called Remlinger Farms. It's like 45 minutes from Seattle, but like we saw the concert, there's like a food forest and they have like a
That's so
brewery on
cool.
site. Like it's really kind of it's somewhere in the middle of like start as like a Knott's Berry Farm and like as originally and then like a theme park and it occupies this middle space, but they have like a Ferris wheel and like animal stuff and they've got like a roller coaster. Like they have like a roller coaster. Like they're going for it.
Wait,
Yeah.
So
really?
yeah, no,
What's this thing called?
it's called Remlinger Farms. I mean, it's like a small roller coaster, but it is like,
I don't
hey,
care.
look at you.
That's
You know,
wild.
so like yeah, it's an interesting it was kind of fun to see something that I'm sure in 50 plus years, and whatever amount of time, like Bishops we went to Lane, it's gonna be a
Oh,
pretty much a full blown
absolutely.
theme
Yeah.
park, like
Yeah, for
um
sure. It's
full blown
coming.
regional park. But yeah, so that was neat. And also LCD Sound System are great. Um
Yeah, because you're awesome.
yeah.
Hell yeah. I've been kind of wandering the internet the last week or so, and Universal dropped sneak peeks of all their merch for Horror Nights.
Oh yeah.
I'm always interested in merchandise because I deal a lot with that sort of
They make
stuff
great
and
merch.
things that make money besides the entry fee
Yeah.
is a lot of what I do. And so I'm always interested in merchandise and what people are doing. Uh, I will say, like, I think that some of it's very cool. Some of it, I'm like, all right. Like they're doing so for the Five Nights at Freddy's. They're doing like those like shitty plastic like Coke uh glasses that every pizza place has that stack into each other. They're doing, you can buy one of those that's Freddy Fazbear's, which is like kind of silly but also kind of fun. They're doing they You can buy like their sign for the pizza place and all that. um and then the Terrifier stuff, like they got like a Art the Clown popcorn bucket, which is kind of cool. I'm sure you're going
Mm.
to see a lot of those walking around. Besides that, it's like we did one approved piece of art that the studio approved, and that's our shirt and our bag, and so like kind of standard there.
For
The
context to the listener, Lane does this for his own work, so
yeah,
this is the interest of his.
yeah, it's part of what I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Like the Fallout stuff, honestly, really cool. They're selling the
Yeah, it
backpack,
looks really
which is
good.
Is
It
it
which
the
looks
is
show
really
or the
cool.
game? I've
they're
seen
sell
conflicting
The show.
information.
It's the show.
the show, the show. It's the show. But they're selling the backpack that Lucy wears, which is fucking brilliant, with the little knapsack in it and everything. And then they're selling a water bottle bag that is your Pip Boy watch, which is also
Nice.
brilliant.
Oh, that's
So
so
like,
cool.
yeah, that's gonna be everywhere. Yeah, they're doing some
Sick.
cool stuff. Yeah, I'm honestly, theirs is probably one of the cooler ones in my opinion. Jason, I'm honestly disappointed in. It's just like the main thing that they're showing online is, guessed it, a fucking hockey jersey. How many fucking Jason hockey jerseys can you make? Like,
You can get it at
like
Spirit Halloween for
yeah,
$25.
can we not come up with a new idea for Jason?
Still
Dude,
You
I'm
gonna
know?
most
sell.
excited
It's
for
still
that
gonna
house
sell.
because I love trash and I love the Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah,
So I'm very excited for that house. But yeah,
Dude.
that is
yeah,
some lame merchandise.
Dude,
yeah.
how
The
insufferable is the line for Five Nights at Freddy's gonna be? My
Oh,
God.
so
pretty
bad.
insufferable.
It's gonna
So
be all
bad.
these goddamn nasty ass teens.
And then there's
It's gonna
that.
be 12-year-olds, dude. It's gonna be
And-
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
Oh my God!
and then there's
Freddy
that.
Fazbear!
There's that fanny, or there's a fanny pack in part of it, but the WWE haunt, I guess, which
It's like a specific wrestler. It's kind of what
it
we
is. It's
alluded
the
to.
horrors of Wyatt Six.
Yeah, we like wanted
Yeah.
this to happen with like more houses and theme parks rides, is like someone directing it. This is that. It's a wrestler, but he's
It's-
directing a house, so who knows?
It's
Um,
interesting.
Might be
but
cool, might be terrible. I have no idea anything about Wyatt Six, but
their merch honestly sucks. Like,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
they've got a fanny pack with a logo on it and a WWE logo. They've got a trucker hat, so it has the mesh in the back, which I fucking hate. And they've got pins.
Are the three of us wearing like actual adult hats right now with a bag?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think we are.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've got
cool.
adult
Big
hat
boy
on.
hats.
Yep, I've got a big boy hat. Yeah, and then I guess that character from Universal Studios Japan, the
But
teddy
yeah,
bear,
that little chainsaw teddy bear thing. It looks really cool. I like that.
Hamikuma, however you say it, I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so I think it sounds like they're probably going to be doing something with the
Americans
teddy
love
bear,
their
but
Japanese shit.
I don't know. I don't know. That might just be for Japan. Honestly, I'm just skimming through the article.
No,
but
I think
like,
that's
realized
coming.
I was like,
That's
I don't
coming
know where this is
abroad.
going.
I mean, that's coming domestic. So yeah, I think they're gonna
Oh,
bring it.
popcorn bucket with creepy phrases, plush headwear, and much more. I don't know
Cool.
where you go from headwear. And then
It's
their
a full-blown
main
mask.
their main logos this year are pretty. They honestly seem kind of like tattoo inspired.
Okay. Last year was
almost.
like the 90s pop punk.
Dude, I
neon.
hated
last
Yeah,
year's.
it was kind of
Really, you didn't like the neon? I thought it was kind of cool. I thought it was kind
Nah,
of
dude.
refreshing to see a T-shirt that wasn't black at a
Yeah,
horror
just
event.
black. Yeah.
You know, but yeah, a lot of this seems like kind of like tattoo design inspired. I want to say.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. But
Interesting.
yeah, I don't know. Interesting stuff. I think that there's definitely some things where they had some fun with it, or maybe even the studio was a bit more leaning and willing to work with them on some stuff. Like, I feel like their Fallout stuff is a lot more impressive than the Jason stuff. Like, the Jason stuff is very, it's a hockey jersey, you know.
It's gonna sell.
Yeah, and it's like they've got a hockey jersey, a t-shirt, and some pins. Period. It sounds like, and so, I don't know, just stuff like that where it's like, that's the thing, is that I know that when you're taking it from an external IP, I don't know who owns the rights to Friday the 13th at this point.
I was just
It's-
gonna ask
it's
that.
a
I'm like, I don't even know
humongous mess.
who
It
Yeah.
was
owns
a
that.
giant mess. There was like the writer sued the studio. I think
Whole
Look it
other
up.
episode.
but that's a big.
It's
ol'
a whole mess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they can't call it Friday the 13th, right? They have to
Jason
call it
Universe.
Jason. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So that's the thing. And like, when you've got a really difficult property situation like that, like, that's probably why there's not a whole lot of merch for him. And that's
They can
probably a
only
similar
use,
thing
like,
to
the face. Like
Yeah.
the house is going to be like lake cabin.
Yeah.
Like there's not going to be like
yeah.
iconography from the movies or anything.
You don't think it's going to say like Camp Crystal Lake or
No, it will, but it won't be
Yeah.
like a scene. It won't be like a scene playing out
From the movie.
It's going to be
Interesting.
like very vague Friday the 13th imagery.
You gotta love rights and stuff.
Yeah.
Properties. It's always interesting.
Licensing.
I'll be wearing my Jason shirt regardless.
Yeah.
Give
Well,
me
and
more trash.
So like that stuff I get, but it's also like it's always kind of a shame when you're like, oh man, I was really excited for that IP, and it's like they got one T-shirt, cool.
Yeah, hope it doesn't suck.
But that's how it be. But that's something that I've been thinking about this week.
That's it.
Nice.
Merch.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for another episode of Fully Immersed.
Booyah.
Booyah, Spencer says. Hey, check us out wherever you're listening to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, whatever. If you're able to, give us 5 stars, 5 thumbs up, 5 middle fingers. I don't know, whatever piques your fancy.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah, subscribe wherever you can. Yes, we are on YouTube. We'll be posting shorts. You can check us out on YouTube and Instagram at Fully Immersed Pod. That is us. Again, I am Lane Calder here with Spencer Bennett and Tobias Lerman Matante. We will see you next week, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
That was great.